Ah! Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, my body. Oh, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Golly, I'm sore. I just feel tender in every kind of way. Well, not every kind of way. There's probably ways in which you can feel tender that is not how I feel. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in Genshin. Today really got away from me. I'll be honest. You know when sometimes you're like, man, this day was just quick. Like, just started chugging on through. That was this day, unfortunately. But, what do you call it? We still have a lot to do in Genshin. I play this game solely on stream now, so I'm like, oh shit. I got resin to do, I got my dailies to do, we're doing this event. Ooh, also, I accidentally stumbled in to one of the pieces of the event for like 30 seconds, which we got to see Baiju, sorry. And Chi-Chi, who are just doing things, lantern right things. It's like, hey, leeway exists. Anyways, what's good, Lone Singer? What's good, Red? What is good, Sparks? Good to see all y'all. Hopefully, all y'all having an absolutely lovely day. Let me hear about it, if you'd be so kind. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, on the chopping block today, just general grinding. Also, because the reason why the stream is named what it is because Garu is on the standard banner, I think. Hopefully. I checked one time and he was. Maybe they changed it, but hopefully he's on the standard banner. As well as there's this small chance that we could get Ammo's bow or just another 5-star bow that could be good for a good old Ganyu. Or just any other character. I would hang on to my special wishes essentially forever. And I don't really need anything besides Garu, which is the only thing I was waiting on. So now we have we can go on through and see what's up. Spark says, is there a site that tells you the resources you need for each character? Yes, Sparks. It's called Honey Impact. I'll give it to you right now. Where is it? This? Honey Impact would be the best site that I found for it, personally. Yes. Let's go and copy this. Go over to the chat. This is what you should follow this link, Sparks. It takes you to Honey Impact. Honey Impact is basically just a bank vault of leaks and also, well, little leaks. There's like leaked characters, or beta characters, is what they say. Don't look in there if you don't want any leaks. But, that'll take care of you and show you. If you click Ganyu, it'll tell you exactly what you need to level up Ganyu, the exact resources and such. But yes, that is the kind of like catch-all Wikipedia for Genshin, which is Honey Impact, which is not very helpful to find, to be honest. Loziget says, yo, what's good, Grin? How are you today? I'm doing pretty good, man. I slept in a little bit because I was real, body was broken. Wanted to recover a little bit. But when you do that shit, man, you lose a little chunk of your day. And then you eat earlier, and then you're like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have eaten yet because now I feel a little slow. And so, yes. Spark says, something that takes your UID and determines the exact amount you need per character. Oh, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. that's quite an overkill thing, I think. But sure, that'd be cool if it had something like that. But unfortunately, I don't think there's something like that exists. It'd be cool. Should bring that up to MiHoYo though. That'd be a nice little feature for them to be like, hey, use our site rather than this person who maybe doesn't do leaks and such. Although they'll still think there'll always be a resource for leaks, or a demand for leaks. So therefore, people will fill that demand. Yeah. Lozinga says, Grin, how many wishes are you gonna burn today? And do I need to come bring my sacrifice? No, Lone Syndicate, you leave everything. This is just fucking craziness, nonsense. Pulling some wishes, says King. King, we're gonna burn some of our standard banner wishes because I've been hanging on to them forever. And we could get Garu, we could also get Ammo's bow, we could also get nothing. I feel a little hollow. The only thing I want from the standard banner is more Monas. Probably not going to get it, but who knows? Maybe we're feeling lucky today. Ammo's bow. Rough. Rough. And then the other one is Garu. I would honestly trade all of them for just Garu. Just more Garus. But we'll see. We'll see what takes place. Red says, been playing MH Monster Hunter Rise? Yes, all day. Just finished story and rolling credits. The real grind begins. Yes, it does, man. Story was always charming in those kind of like JRPG kind of Monster Hunter games, though. They're always like whimsical and like bright, if that makes any sense. Like they're not like everything's death and misery, or if it is, they're weirdly chipper about it, Optimistic people, aka my kind of people. But a little much. King says, also, hi, hello, King. Always good to have you, buddy. Hopefully you have a lovely day. Also, Guild Wars 2, of course. Red says, Guild Wars 2 has a way to do that track and calculate how many mats you need based on the amount you have. Oh, okay, yeah, see, that seems less big. Like, if you just had, you could just say, I have this much of the scroll, I have this much of the thing. Like, you just type in, like, a calculator kind of spreadsheet. That seems doable. That seems real. But if you want to, like, link your account so it just tells you you have 4 more talismans to collect. I don't know if that's a thing, but you could just type in, like, your base resources that you have. That would make sense. I still feel like it's well, no, I feel like that'd be that's a pretty good solution, actually. I'm sure that's a need that some people would use. I feel like other people are just like, fuck it, I'll do the dumb math in my head, like the quick, not correct, but close math. What is it called? Monkey math? I don't know what it's called. It's like some sort of fucking nonsense, like, quick approximation of whatever it is. King says, all I got from the standard battle was Kaching. Yeah, see, I don't want a Kaching nor Diluc, nor Jean. None of them. I wouldn't mind, honestly, Chi-Chi is the one that I'm like, hey, that could at least be like a fun video of like taking the worst character in the entire game, arguably, and seeing if you can make her not the worst by you just giving her the new artifact set, you know? King says she's actually my first 5-star Minds the Traveler with constellations because I lost the 50-50 on Xiao and had to dump some extra 100 for, ooh, golly, shit. Jesus Christ, King. Still salty about that. Yeah, what do you call King? I had the same thing, man. This happened when Hu Tao came out, where I didn't have enough built-in pity, and then I spent money in the game, and then I realized how much like you spend for how much you get, and it's just not worth it at all. Pain, misery, suffering, no good. But yes. Also, God, you're just chilling in this nice little nook. It's hard to find places we haven't, just been like, we're back. Okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, I done goofed. I was going to spend my resin on preparing for Yai Miko, but I keep fucking up, and I make mistakes. But we're gonna go burn our resin, and then we're gonna go hopefully have enough resin to burn it on Yai Miko's monster materials. But until then, we're just going for this, which is Ganyu and Yai. So, yeah. Ooh. Lone Snicket says, King, you get used. you learn to feel nothing. You just feel hollow. King says, no, Grin. You give it a key. You can generate for the tool to use so it can be a bank/mats. Then calculate from there. You can then delete the key if you want. Okay. I guess that makes sense. If like, I don't know if, wouldn't that mean that you like somehow, some way Mihoyo would have to have a deal with the person to say like, here, yeah, you can have the key, the Genshin Steam key kind of thing. Otherwise, it's kind of like weird. People like could see like, I guess, I don't know, it's not that bad. I guess they would just see like the characters you own and the analytics of like how much you play and what you maybe could, how many times you wished maybe. Not like your, yeah, but yeah. Spark says a streamer used to watch made a DPS Chi-Chi and could also solo most bosses. I watched a person one time when I was streaming. His name was Lionheart, I believe. We rated him once actually. But what do you call it? He made like a Chi-Chi that could survive in Spiral Abyss, and it was one of those things where you're like, yeah, yeah, but not quite like, yeah. It's a little bit like, sure, this works, I guess. But yeah, but no, he was great at making guides. He stopped because he's kicking ass on Twitch basically. Red says I designed that way officially, so it's okay, yeah. So that to me makes sense. If it's like an official source, and yeah, they have access to the data, and they can even tell you like, hey, if you don't trust this website to be safe. Even though it's us, it's still could be, theoretically breached in some way. Then yeah, hedge your bets, take away your key, all that stuff. But yeah. King says, wait, Yai Miko is actually gonna be a character? I thought y'all were trolling. King, what you talking about? What you talking about, King? King, absolutely, Yai's coming. Yai, not Yai. Oh, I can't show you, King, but if you go into like the Genshin event newsletter thing, you can literally see Yai in the thing being like, hey, I'm coming. I'm a coming. So get primed. Get ready. We're gonna do one of these. I still am in the clunk phase of like not knowing how to use most of these characters. Also, there's some sort of weird meta-like attack situation going on with Ganyu, where you have to attack in a very particular, specific kind of weird, hellish way. Yeah, where you have to like do an aim shot and then you do a charge shot and then you aim shot in a weird way. It's like you do your hold, attack, fire, charge shot, and then you do your aim, attack, charge shot, which is different. Because if you just hold the attack button, you'll just queue up your aim. And I think people need to calm down because that seems like excessive, extremely excessive. Ooh, also, Lone Syndicate showing me with Shinhee. I'm gonna get spoiled for sure. Red says, oh no, read that. Lone Syndicate says, grins, first regret in Genshin that regards a pyro character. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh no, yeah, I see. Oh yeah, no, I was saying that yeah, Hu Tao was the mistake. Was the mistake. I will say though, I burned. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I did not burn a lot of wishes on Yoimiya. So there's that. That is true. Yes, I got really high. I got lucky in a weird way. But I was salty that like my first constellation character was just. Oh. God, why? Just the most unlucky constellation character ever. Like a first constellation means nothing. You know what I mean? But yes. Because I still know there are people to this day that say Yoimiya is peak. And I'm like, okay, alright. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think there's plenty of ways you're wrong and probably plenty of well, I would say a couple ways. A couple ways that I'm wrong. Great! Cool! Also, yes, I'm an egomaniac. Anyway, fucking this. Great. Death. Misery. The heal, please. Heal up. Diona. I actually gave Diona a shit ton of HP, but I don't know if it really is working, you know? Feels a little fucky. Also, I'm not really feeling the benefits of Shinhee. Maybe I just haven't crit. It could be the case. But, What is good, Fluff? Fluff says, I am a little late. You were not late at all, Fluff. It's been like 5 minutes. I would think a little late. We streamed for like 2 hours. A little bit late would be like 5% of 10% maybe of whatever the duration of time is. You know, you're good. How you been though, Fluff? How is the sleep schedule? How is the happenings going on in your life? I seen the Gar was playing. Well, I don't know what it is, man. I think everyone's playing like. Well, I don't know. I see people go back. I see people going back and playing like Skyrim. I see people going back and like marathoning like Uncharted. I see people going back and like marathoning DMC, you know, and stuff like that. I don't know what that is. Is that like a trend I missed? Because I knew there was like the last trend that I was aware of was when people would basically like streaming for as many times as you sub or something. And most people shit the bed, I'll be honest. Most people didn't actually go hard in the paint, or they made it so that like they would become a millionaire overnight if they just, you know, stream for 24 hours or something. But then there's people who are like Tectone who are just psychopaths in a beautiful way. Where he was literally streaming for like fucking 3 weeks straight, like streaming him sleeping and shit. That's a lot. That's excessive for sure. But yeah, man, I don't know. That to me was like the trend. The trend that made sense when someone did. Oh, also that's fucking Diona launches that shit. Jesus Christ, impressive. Fully sends that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I am super duper excited. We are on the precipice of potential greatness because Dying Light is still very far away. Actually, I shouldn't have gotten you juiced up. I forgot it doesn't come out on Tuesday. Great. Actually, I prefer that. Young me who's in school, massively preferred that. Loza gets his grin. You know what I mean? The trio Pyro, Hu Tao, Yoimiya, and Toma. You're right. Yeah, Toma hurt. But Toma Toma, I don't know, man. Toma didn't make much sense to me. At all. Yeah, like the more like just in terms of optics, like as far as characters that are like him, adjacent to him, what they can do and what he can do, I don't know. Like to me, if his alt had like a just continuous pulse where we just randomly concuss a fireplace wherever you are kind of being, that could be huge, but you need to attack in order to send the fire thing off. So it kind of nerfs him in terms of being a pyro, apply or support thing. And then his healing was weird. Yeah. And again, it's not that he couldn't give you a great shield, it was that it took a lot to weirdly get, you had to give a lot to not gain a lot, where there was other characters where you give a little, like Diona, and you gain the world, And again, I mean, I'm still hoping that they eventually give Diona a killer, what do you call it? A killer, I can't speak. Artifact set, that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry. An amazing, badass artifact set. That's what I'm hoping they eventually do, but who knows? Whoosh. There's a weird timing to the shark charge shot. It's odd. It's like fra fra, fra fra. It's not like the same charge speed as the second. Would probably better. We will also be wishing and doing the story. I just want to burn my resin real quick. Get it out of here. Spark says, just started Skyrim playthrough. They added a lot to the game with their recent updates. Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean, Sparks? Do you mean the update that came out forever ago? Which was the Skyrim what do you call it, something edition, where they essentially just made it look like a slight bit prettier. I don't think they. Oh no, they also added. Oh, this has happened forever ago. They added arrow augments, I think, the ability for for you to shoot an arrow that has or a bolt, I think, that had a fire dot on it. But man, woof. Yeah. Well, first of all, Sparks, have you never played Skyrim before? Or are you just replaying through it with the improvements? Because yeah, if you only played Skyrim at the beginning and then you skipped out on the expansions like Dawnguard and stuff, that is huge. I will say though, golly, Skyrim is one of those freakish weird things that again, every DLC that ever existed was the modders just made it 6 times better and improved it in 1,000 different ways, rebalanced things. Honestly, what's fucked up is modding is essentially early access for crazy fans essentially, crazy fandom just going apeshit because it's you don't need to do this, dude. But they're no, I'll improve it and make it better, and then I'll receive nothing, which is hopefully not what a early access game does. In fact, that's the opposite of what most early access games do. They demand the world and you get nothing. So feels bad. Mona doing not bad damage over there. Freeze locking her. Or freeze locking the enemy, all that stuff. Yeah, if they ever release a water turret kind of character, that'd be huge too for Ganyu. But Ganyu needs something that can just exactly Yai, just chuck out a thing and leave it. Leave it. Yeah. Fluff says, I actually went back and played, I actually went to bed as a reasonable time and woke up pretty early. Ooh, nice. But I've mostly been playing Rise. I caught up with some current Genshin events, and even started with Pokemon League Arcade. Ooh, you grinding! You grinding through those games. Nice. Yeah, man. It's always crazy when I hear people say that they grind 4 games at once. I'm like, shit. Fuck. What? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I no life one game for a while, and then maybe I dabble in another. You know what I mean? Or on occasion I there's a low cost investment game like Gunfire Reborn where I'm let's do this, now let us I want to fight the boss. So let me go to my Serenity pot, and then I'll what do I do? Go to the Serenity pot, get the condensed resin, use it, then I probably could just use some of my fragmented resin, because I've been sitting on 15 for forever for no reason. I was planning on using it on a stream, but we always had enough resin to do a stream, so I never needed it. But But anyways, let's just, be a little bit, we'll save it for whenever we need it. We're gonna use condensed resin, then we're gonna go fight the new boss, which hopefully with Ganyu, it'll be significantly more chill. Hopefully. Who knows? This. Give me the condensed. Hell yes. Hopefully I don't forget to get the other thing. Red says, I watched Gara play a bit of Arceus? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I wonder if there was a good Switch emulator for PC. I may buy the game for it. Ooh, nice. I don't know. What is it? Arceus? What's it about? As it says Thama, I will still say is an underrated character in my opinion. Okay. Again, well, I don't know, man. Because, I understand. I don't know. I agree. I agree that probably. But I'm also, there's characters that do what he does, I think, better, And again, it's weird. Because I totally think you're 100%. You're able to think, I love a character. You can make a character work, etc. But again, it's I think the way we need to be on the same. We need to be playing in the same rules. You know what I mean? It's weird when people have a conversation which doesn't have a foundation of what does this word mean, and what is what exactly what was it? What does underrated mean, and what is that scaled by? Is it scaled by the efficiency of fire characters, or is it scaled by the efficiency of all support characters, which Toma is in that category, And I don't know, I'm probably, again, the beauty of this game and the horror also is that there could be an artifact set that comes out that makes Toma fucking cracked and is designed for him, same thing. But also I wonder, I don't know, I feel like it'd be hard to buff specific characters like Yoimiya and Toma without buffing other kind of similar characters, It would just make them usable, but also would make the other ones unarguably better, insanely good, Unless they do the whole weird Raiden Shogun Baido thing where it just doesn't make any sense of why the character is the way it is, Also, I don't know if my Diona will have enough shielding to keep us safe at all, so we'll see. Ugh, it's disgusting. I was thinking, should I use Mona? Probably not. It's just Mona heals you without needing to be in the thing. Oh, also, goddamn you, ladies and gentlemen! That was just a fucking spark that hit my brain. Y'all motherfuckers back in the day told me that Mona couldn't heal, and I was like, I could have sworn I seen Mona healing. The fucking bastard was using the prototype weapon that gives you healing when you activate the alt. So it's not that you're crazy, it's not that I'm crazy, it's just a fucking misperception of reality. But damn it. I remember, I think one of you guys were like, Grin, what are you talking about? Mona can't heal. And I was like, I could have sworn I seen some dude fucking using her to heal in some way. And that was why. God damn you. Sorry, depression, anyways. Oh, you using Kokomi? Oh, but then I get the physical resist. Too bad they don't have, oh fuck, I'm gonna kill myself. Too bad they don't have an electro support yet. Well, it's healer support, I mean. Well, maybe with Yamiko, although, kind of maybe, not really. We're gonna do this, kick. We're gonna put on a goddamn shield. Oh my god, fucking shit. I probably need Zhongli for this. I'm just gonna activate this and hope for the best. Oh, they're throwing shit at me, but I'm able to side strafe a little bit. Stop it. Diona, reapply shield. Reapply shield, for the love of God, doesn't matter if you hit the thing. Stop it. Stop it. I really depend on Diona for generating a part. Ooh, also, I forgot. That's where oh, fucking Christ. Ooh. I'm getting healed up because of the OP-ness of what's her name. But yeah, what do you call it? I forgot there's a character in here that I can't really do damage to because it's cryo. Oh, pain. Oh, I don't have my thing back. God damn it. Chill out. Stop it. This boss sucks. This boss is fucking tanky as shit. I hate it. This. Please hit. Thank you. That's 7K. Not bad. It's not great. It's not great. Also, we use this. We'll use this. We'll use this. Never mind, it's not up. Oh no, it is. It's already applied. I don't know when it's gone. I should focus and look at my character, but I'm too focused on hitting the enemy. Great. Well done. Ooh, Lone Syndicate's fought this battle a lot. He's already waiting for him to do the jump thing. Also, I need to stop encroaching on the enemy. It's my only gain. I'm just forfeiting. Oh shit. Oh shit. Look at that dodge. Incredible. It's looking real grim. Thank God. Oh, also, yeah, because we got hit with a cryo bolt. Can we please hit something? We got hit with a cryo bolt. Dude, we're still doing 15K, dude. 15K. And we're like kind of half-assing it, even still. This. Oh, sorry, with Diona fighting the ice guy, we actually have hella resistance against him. So we can chill. But yeah, again, this is why Ganyu's nuts. Well, you know, if Lone Syndicate wasn't doing aggro, it would be rough because he would just be jumping on me, and I'm not sure if the shield could take it. But you know. I also probably need to activate this again. This, and now I have my damage buff. Yeah, it's a real weird like window to hit. As much as I like Ganyu, I feel like maybe Shangling and Electro Lass Raiden Shogun might be better, but I don't know. Oh, also, I don't think I used my condensed. I think we waited long enough that we killed it. Neat. Spark says, I've put roughly 500 hours in Skyrim. I just noticed something new in the special anniversary edition. Weird. That's hella weird, man. Yeah, again, I'm broken, Sparks, because I think in like the modding situation where I'm like, dude, is there really enough content to go back and play Skyrim again with the mods and all that stuff? Is it? Maybe, probably not. And then you're telling me that in like the anniversary edition, you're finding new things, and I'm like, I could literally have like a whole new country to build in Skyrim with some of these mods. And I'm like, oh shit, I probably yes, probably yes. Fluff says, yeah, it's got some cosmetic features like swords, shields had, and was happy I could change eye color right away. Oh, you mean like Skyrim? So they added some stuff recently, or is this recent or is this old stuff? Red says, sword and shield had cosmetics. I thought, what have you done to me? Why am I in the ground? I don't know. Okay, I'm back. It's weird. Spark says, a grin. Have you ever thought about playing an MMORPG game like like Final Fantasy, like MOBA, or sorry, not MOBA, RPG, MMO. MMO is probably the better way to phrase it. The Final Fantasy MMO. I have, but not really. To me, man, like I have to yeah. The way I look at like video games in some sense is like, what can I play and make content of in some way? I guess I could put this in the stream category as like Warframe or something, where there's just, or like Genshin, where there's just so much people covering the game and have had covered the game that it's hard to make content that is useful and useful. That is useful and good, I guess. Yeah, don't know what the other word was supposed to be, but yeah. But I've considered it. I don't know. I tried to get a New World, but the thing I can't really. I find it hard to get into MMOs is you feel a little disconnected from the combat, and then a lot of them, yeah, it's almost like I think it would be fun to play like, and this is like almost impossible I think to do with latency, but if there was like a game in the future, probably like really far in the future, that was like a Destiny first-person game with like bows, guns, magic, potions, different skill classes, and the game was scaled in a way that wasn't so galactic kind of feeling, because that's the thing with MMOs for me, that they always feel like I'm like a weird, not only a weird cog in the machine, but I also feel like it's like I don't know how to put it. Yeah, I don't feel like that feeling of like groundedness and that feeling of like like what you're doing matters and changes the world. And I don't know if we'll ever have that. Maybe what I want is like a badass co-op game. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't know. To me, the MMO thing, I could see being really fun if I had like a friend group that was all playing it. We were all like improving and going together. That's what made Destiny fun. And if you didn't have that, it was significantly less fun. So yeah. Also, is it up yet? Let me check. It is. Go. Fluff says, I mean, it's not a lot of grinding. The Genshin events helped kill time until PLA arrived. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's fair. Also, man, that whole, like, I don't know, man. I seen Rainbow Six Siege Extraction today. I don't know, man. I feel like it could be popping off, but at the same time, a part of me thinks, I'm not sure if this hits the mark. I don't know. I feel like it could. And I don't know much about Siege, but I just feel like it's a little... I don't know if it's what people want from Rainbow Six, you know what I mean? Maybe. It kind of looks like GTFO. Also, what the hell? It said it was ready. Are we not far enough away? Maybe that's it. We need to get far enough away to reset it. Maybe it doesn't even show on the map. Or did we just have to wait? Yeah, we may have just had to wait because I see Lone Singers didn't teleport away. No, he did now. He did let me teleport away again. Shit. Oh no, let's back up. Go back in. Fluff says, I mean, oh, it's like it, right? Lone Singer says, it won't, we gonna get clapped. What do you mean? What do you mean? Fluff says, Swee /she had a ton of cosmetics, clothing, hairstyles, and all these things, much more depth, and been, but it's standard since the thing. Okay. Red says, oh, nice. Glad they kept that feature in future Pokemon games. Nice. I don't know 100% what y'all are referring to or meaning by, but I trust that it was very cool. Ooh, my eye. Our base hit just hit for 10K? Stop running from me. Oh, I see. So you could take down the pillars like first and foremost and just call it good, I guess. Neat. This? Give me the power of things. This. I'm giving you more elemental mastery. I probably should change to Bennett. Probably. In most cases, this would be better. In fact, it most definitely will be. Well, I haven't really gotten hit, though. So if I get hit, I'm sure I'll be reeling in pain. That shield goes a long way. Ooh, it's so easy to thread that needle in a bad way. So goddamn you. Oh, I don't have enough particles. This. I don't have that again. Yeah. Also, in the fucking special, like my artifact set that I have currently on for Ganyu, it's a goddamn lie. It is a goddamn lie. It says that, like every time you activate your E, if you activate your E like again within the sequence, it doesn't like chew it up. That's absolutely false. It is 100% incorrect. You absolutely chew through more of your alt. Because yeah, you have like this buff for 10 seconds, but if I cast it again, it goes more. Which I thought I'd seen something about Chao. That was one of the problems with him with this. But yeah, just fucking like, why is it? It says, I think specifically that like it can only be like it can only be drained once per 10 seconds. And sure as shit, I'm not like doubling hitting that. At least it feels like it does. Maybe there is 10 seconds having passed by, and I'm just delusional. Could be the case. Also, let us cash in. Wait, do I have enough? I have 40. Also, man, I keep forgetting to do my daily Inazuma things. What am I doing? We are, let's just go here. We are wishing, and then we are doing story. That's the rest. Also, Lone Singer, do you need anything to get done? Like that needs to get done that couldn't wait? Because we could do it. You've helped me out plenty. Plenty. Okay. Lone Singer says, when I understand, when I say underrated, I'm referring to all those players who said that Toma was the worst character in Genshin. He may not be the best, but if he's all you have, you can get by. Yeah, see, to me, 100% agree with that. We're on the same page. Because to me, like one of the things is like you can get by. 100% agree. There are worse characters than him. 100% agree. Okay, but that to me, I'm like, does that like where does that put him in the I'd honestly say you're probably, and this could just be me if somebody was like, hey Grin, I want to like increase my advantage within the game. Should I spend the copious amounts of resin and resources into leveling up Toma, or should I just put it into something else, like Shang Ling maybe? And then just wish on a character banner with Diona, mayhaps, or wait for like Bennett to come back in the thing. I would probably say don't waste the resin, but again, like there's plenty of characters that work less well. Like, what's the one character that everyone points out? Xinyan. Xinyan is fundamentally broken. Doesn't mean she's unusable even still, but it means her mechanics aren't being used the way they're meant to be used. Yes. Sparks says, I don't know, I just never got into modding games. Sparks, I used to be super freaked out by it, like it used to be hella daunting, but Nexus and all that has made it super easy to mod, like exponentially. You literally just hit download, and then if you have the extension on your computer, it just installs everything, and then you fuck off. And ideally, you would only like download mods from verified Nexus accounts, which verifies that there's no fuckery. You're not like downloading a virus or anything like that. Usually. Also, if something has like 500 endorsements or like downloads, someone would have reported at that point, you know. So yeah, but yes, it's one of those things where I think you'd be shocked. But with that being said, though, there is a fucky nature to like if you download one mod, you're probably pretty good. If you download 2 mods, probably still pretty good. 3 mods, okay. You start downloading like 5 big ass mods, that's when you start getting into the puzzle of modding, which is a little much. Is there anything else you need, Grin says Lone Singer? No, man, we are waiting. Yeah, we're doing our wishes, I think. That's what we're doing. But also, chat's getting away from me, so I gotta catch up. Oh, also this. Give me this. Ooh, fucking red, like crystals. Great. It's a slow start, but once it gets going, it goes strong. Nice. Oh, I'm talking about Pokemon, says Fluff. As for new Skyrim content, last thing was the Anniversary Edition, including all the Creation Club content, plus new additions like fishing. Wait, what? Did they take all the like Creation Club content and put it into the built-in Skyrim thing as like a all-for-one catch-all thing? Because that's some brutal ass shit. Some brutal ass shit. Red says for I've seen Legends, it looks nice, but why is it too early in game? Is me intrigued. Okay. Fluff says it's a slow start, but once you get into it, it goes strong. Nice, man. I don't know, man. There's so many of these people who are like, I'm not sure. Like it to me, like it speaks for like the value of like marketing within like gaming and shit. Because when I see PewDiePie playing Skyrim, and he's having a good time. I'm like, should I play Skyrim again? Should I get down some mods? I can have a fun time. It almost makes it like I forgot that game existed. And then you see that person popping off and like doing the Thieves Guild and etc. and having a blast, and you're like, I fucking love the Thieves Guild quest. Hot take from your boy. Everyone, when Skyrim came out, said the fucking Thieves Guild was the worst quest in Skyrim, worst guild quest entire Skyrim. Absolutely wrong. It is unarguably the best quest. I love the Dark Brotherhood, but the fucking Thieves Guild has so much utility, has so much depth, has so many cool little things to it. Also, has so much massive implications of stories, and also the set pieces to the action of the story. Fucking huge. Love the Thieves Guild. I will say the Thieves Guild and most other Skyrim and Oblivion, not great. Not great. But in Skyrim, fucking amazing. Red says, I probably spend as much time modding Skyrim as I actually play it. And it's only 300 hours in Skyrim though. Yeah, man, that's what I'm hoping. Like, if somebody had like an amazing, because to me, I'm like, there has to be a place, I think this kind of exists, which consolidates all of the mods in the ideal mod order so that there's no, or like there's very little, if none, conflict. And then you just download this care package of mods that perfectly installs into a fresh Skyrim, so that you don't fuck up the install or throw some chaos in there. And then you just play Skyrim with all of these fun mods that add to the world, give you more quests, give you better balance, give you more options. Like I seen a mod back in the day in Skyrim which allowed you to play unarmed and actually made it like cool and creative and have like different scaling, because that was the worst part, I think, in Skyrim, period. Some people hate the fetch quests, but to me, I'm like, the world and the music and all that stuff is so wondrous that you can kind of like subvert expectations and just kind of grind. But what do you call it? To me in Skyrim, the worst part about it was the balancing. Like destruction magic was like OP at the start and then just dissolved into shit super fast. And then archery and like illusion magic was it. Like you just go invisible and you fucking dome somebody in the head with a bow, and that's it. You've done a bazillion damage and are okay. So to me, that's why that's the one thing that makes me want to go back and play Skyrim. Is the thing. Understandable. Also, Beastie, what's good, Beastie? Beastie pops in here and says, life is pain. Why, Beastie? What happened? What happened to you? You okay? Come. What happened? Come talk to us. Let's do this. We have a shocking 27 wishes. And our history, I wrote it down somewhere. Where'd it go? We have 37 pity here. Yes. Also, gonna drink some coffee. I'm gonna wake myself up a little bit. Ooh. Once again, it says, I have 39 of the boss materials for Yai. Only need 7 more. And no grin, I need the boss as well. Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice. Yeah, what do you call it? I don't know if I'm even close on the Syndicate, actually. I'll just say that. I think I'm like, it's gonna be a long couple days before I hate that I don't have the inventory up there anymore, but I can't have my cake and eat it too, basically. What are we doing for Yai? Yai needs this stupid fucking resource from this boss that is hell incarnate. Where is it? There it is. I have 18. I don't think I'll 90 her, so we're actually not that far away from being okay. I'll 90 her later, for sure. But right now I'm in the like, I don't even have enough experience booked to level up our girl. Not even like increase her talents, because I don't have enough money out of her. So I could be getting real ahead of myself. Yeah, we have 1,000. Oh, we're so broke. We're so fucking broke, dude. Pain. Fluff says, I prefer the cries over the voiced names. I personally don't like what they do with Pokemon and Eevee, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not like a dog, go dog. Alonso says, plus, besides Shangling, Toma is the only other person who can put fire off. It's true. But I don't know if she fits. No, I guess that's true. I guess when there's a Hydro character, that would be pretty huge. Yeah. That to me is a stronger thing. The Pyro Applier thing. With a little bit of shielding. And potentially better damage if you have her in C6. Love says, if the anniversary edition is a bundle all current and supposedly future Creation Club content. Oh! Okay, yeah, that's not a bad, well, it is, because like, Creation Club, but I don't know, man, that's weird. I don't know how they're getting away with that. If they're giving Creation Club content, What if you're the person who is a psycho who spent like $10 on the worst deal ever and got like a fucking some weird colored shitty armor, you know? Oh. Fluff says Game Boys weren't capable of having voice actually back then, so it's more or less a maintained tradition. I like it, especially since it's undoubtedly saves the audio file size. Okay, talking about Pokemon and whatnot. I've never gotten to Pokemon, but you guys keep chewing through it, keep talking. Fluff says, wow, there's an in-game type match-up chart. What? Oh, to Pokemon. Lunatic says, all I must say is a 5-star in 26 wishes. I don't know, man. Was it a 5-star bowl? Because I'm thinking, honestly, I'd even take the other one. The other one, actually, I think the other one's actually a little bit better because it's just like, it can go on anybody. It'd be good. But what I'm hoping for, and my boy Fluff, hears me on this, for the love of God, Garu, please come home. Please. You got dog, son of a bitch. And because, actually, it's not a really good reason. We're just gonna do single pulse. It's not a good reason. We're 38. 38, baby. I probably should have skipped it. 38. The only thing that we have to gain here is Mona. Ideally, it would be Ganyu's bow. That'd be huge. Or the Skyward whatever series of bow that has critical rate, whatever it is on it. Or Garu. Garu would be huge as well. This is a 39. Also, Beastie says I'm depressed. Let me hear about it, Beastie. Why are you depressed? What's happened? Talk to us about it, man. What's happened with life? Helps to like share your grievances to your boys. I ain't gonna judge you. Just want to know what the hell's happening. And then now we're at 30. We got a purple one. Oh, I was guaranteed, right? 30, I guess. All right, we got a book. Favonia's Codex. I think I have quite a lot of these. But okay. But still not a bad thing. We could have got a character that I already have. So that's not worst. Not the worst. Again. I'm just gonna keep wishing. I might keep 5 wishes just because I'm a psycho and don't like to like actually bottom out because I'm, weird or whatever. Those tickets says me seeing Grin's resources pathetic. Hey, fuck you. Do my best. I just got a Ganyu character, right? Buff says, I'd imagine there was a discount. You also don't need to buy anniversary as it's 20 upgrade or so. Okay. So if you, okay, yeah, I still don't know because I recently just seen there's a thing from Inside Gaming or Inside Games, sorry. It's one of the gaming news channels that I watch. Fantastic, but what do you call it? They talked about how apparently Battlefield right now is like heavily considering making some part of the new Battlefield game free, free to play. So because it's just so bad, no one's playing it. It's real rough out here, etc. But yes, and I don't know. To me, like I don't know how like that game. I think sold 4 million. So like you're gonna, I'm not sure, but maybe they're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna give now that we're no longer have like these weird investor bullshit things, strings attached. Fuck it, let's just give our players who did buy the game like what would functionally be like $120 worth of currency maybe, which that's not what they're planning on doing apparently they're planning on just giving like a small portion of a part of the game. So like how it's there's like certain game modes they're gonna give a game mode for free apparently, which is interesting. I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to gain. I'm just interested to see how people will react because arguably it sucks, but when a game does go free to play, you do have like a super surge of longevity and greater noobs to shoot in the chest and just wreck, So I get it, but yes. We're going all the way to pity for these purples. Golly. Fluff says, I think it's still the same devs, Game Freak and the like. The box doesn't credit anything unusual. Lone Singer says, Grin, my luck is great, and it is not specific. So not sure if the 5-star, if it's going to be 5-star. Well, now with that attitude, it's right here, Lone Singer, 5-star bow. Nope. I apologize. I pride myself on not lying ever. So yes. This one, however, in the purple, it's something. It's Garu. I fucking Sayu. I fail. I already have C6 Sayu. This is pain. Pain. Absolute pain. BC says, nostalgia is overrated. I hopped into a crappy little online game I used to love as a kid, but everybody and their mom just destroys, and I can't seem to do any even significant damage. Oh no. That's pain, man. Yeah. Box of saved. I was about to say, man, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, that's what like genetical fuckery takes place, where like the young generation who's lived in the era of like Twitch-based, fast-paced Fortnite fuckery, building shit and jumping off things and killing things incredibly fast, and there being now built-in incentives for you to actually be good at a video game and not just kind of telling your friends, I'll murder you, I'm better than you. Now it's escalated into it could actually be a career in a fucked up way, and now people are actually developing skill, like tryhards. I made a video series called Try Harder, yes, all that, but still brutal. Red says, I'd imagine Game Freak has maintained teams and spin-off teams. Maybe, I don't know. Fluff says, BF 2042 isn't worth it. However, I did hear DICE is out of Respawn and has been giving RGE reins of franchise going forward. Well, yeah, man. That was something I also heard from those people, is apparently like Respawn, dude, you have no idea. I think everyone agrees who's a fan of Respawn in any way. I'm so happy they succeeded because they were really making good content and like got fucking nothing. They got like a cult following. So the fact that they're like killing it and like really killing it is nice. I do think the some of the Apex Legends like skins cost a good bit, but even still, I'm happy to see them succeeding. And again, like Fluff said, that EA, I think, or whomever, DICE, like has completely been like, all right, let's just let our company or whatever, our piece of our company, just do what they're gonna do because they're succeeding, and the last thing we want to do is fuck with that. Which, man, I don't know if that's the nature of business. I think business tends to be like, I can make it better. I got you. And you're like, you don't know anything about anything. But yet you're like, I got this, you know? Bullshittery. BC says, the only good thing I've heard about Battlefield is some vehicles that climb buildings. What do you call it? Man, if I'm being like a little bit devil's advocate-y, which I'm always a little bit, forgive me. I know it's better just to be like, fucking, yes, that. But man, I feel like Battlefield, if you had a bunch of friends, is it worth $6? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I also don't think fucking Call of Duty is worth $60. But if you had if you're like, fuck it, I have a decent job, it pays an okay amount, fuck it, I'm gonna go hard in the paint, and I might have a bunch of friends that we all agree to play at this specific time. I think if you had like 4 friends that wanted to play Battlefield together, that would be a good time. You had some drinks involved. Ooh, you just kind of being goofballs, you're kicking ass, taking names, grinding through shit. I feel like that'd be a fun time. That would be where the value comes from any game like that game. But yeah. What's good, T-Cat? T-Cat says, laugh my ass off. I'm glad that Zhong Li Banner is still up. Why, you planning on getting him? Oh man, he's a great character, but be careful. Be a little bit careful, because the tides of change are bound. Who knows if they'll actually be, you know, enough to fuck up Zhong Li. But I do think they're weakening shields. So we'll see, hopefully, that they that we stay the course and we're okay. People who have shield characters aren't just like, well, shit, I guess Diona is life. Great, weird cat girl thing. Come on, you son of a bitch! What is pity at this point? I don't know. I'm sure people could do quick math. I started at 37. I think I had 27. So yeah, it's quick math. Now I'm at the point where I just want to fucking send it. I just want to fully send it just to have it done. Fucking done. Hey, we got a bow. Sacrificial bow. I don't know if I have that. I think I must, because it would usually tells you if you don't. So neat. Not bad. Got sacrificial bow. Who can use that? Maybe Diona? Yeah, no, Diona probably. No, I don't have a lot of critical rate though for her, so probably not. Not bad though. Beastie says cat girls are love. Beastie, Diona is unarguably has the physique of a child. So let's run it back. Let's run it back. Okay. I stand by my initial statement. Okay. Yeah, also Jedi Fallen Order's coming out. Oh boy, we're really squeezing by the fucking thing of it. But yeah, what do you call it? Jedi Fallen Order? That's getting a sequel, man. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. People said like amazing things for that game, about that game. I feel like I may just watch a Let's Play of the first game and then maybe get into the second game. Cause yeah, I don't know. Cause I feel like it'd be a good stream game. Cause it is just, well, everything's a good stream game, frankly. It's your job to make something fun. Me. But what do you call it? I think the idea of like just grueling, like getting nowhere, like failing at a boss in a Star Wars game would be pretty nice. Also, something so like, there's something so Star Wars. I don't know if you can ever place it, but it's like that when the symphony picks up, and it's like the whole. You know it if you know it. It's like it's a Star Wars thing. Everyone knows. It's like that symphony that picks up and it just makes you immediately feel like you're in this impossible world, but it's super engaging, you know? Two more wishes. I said I would keep some. Fuck it. Holy shit. What is our pity at? We have one more wish, boys. Pain. We've came out of this with 0 Garus, 1 Sayu, and 1 sacrificial bow, and a book. Feels bad, honestly. Let's do this. Wait, what's the best timing right now? Now. Let's see. Nope. It was bad timing. I felt nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much pity we have, but we have an amount. Okay. I am happy that we didn't just get character. We got weapons, which to me, I have, with all the banners I wished at this point, I have a huge roster of characters. To where now I just want the thing. I just want weapons. Weapons are like somewhat good value. Not great, but somewhat. Where is, yeah, I don't have a sacrificial bow. That's huge. Oh, but that means I probably gotta level it up for Diona, who has this, cause fuck it. I just gave her that. After damaging an opponent. Oh, okay, never mind. This is huge. Diona can absolutely use this. This will make my Diona significantly more awesome and make her like a generator bunny, which is nice. But I only have 1 refinement of it. Oh, but it doesn't matter, because if I fucking Diona hits 3 times. This is huge. This is actually a huge pickup. I got nothing to level up. Oh, god damn it. Alright, well, Diona doesn't really do a lot of damage anyway. I just roll on her shield, so I probably will give her this anyway. And I probably could, well, I don't know. Maybe I can level it up, but who knows. But yes, that's huge. I thought sometimes it does that bullshit where it's like, you need to critical hit with a weapon. I go, that's Favonius. Favonius does the energy particle critical thing. This is just huge. Hell yes. Fluff says, there are better battlefields I'd rather play with friends, like F241, the Forgotten, Futuristic Entire, or even go back to BF1, WW1. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I also feel like if you had like a group of friends that all had like Xbox, and no one had, like, some of your friends didn't have a gaming PC or something like that, and you're like, I just want to play with my boys and just hang out, and you had like a good amount of disposable income to where you could easily like write off or not even think about spending $60, because you have just a 9-to-5 job, it pays okay, maybe you have a family, etc. So this is your one slice of heaven. I think that's where the sales comes from like the games that to me otherwise aren't entirely worth it, especially not in contrast with like Red Dead Redemptions or Red Dead 2 or something. You know, games that have just stupid high content value for your dollar kind of thing, you know? Whereas games kind of benefit off of the idea of you playing off of something for a lot, you know? We're gonna do story things now. Oh God, let me do this. Nope, this one. All right, we're gonna turn off the weirdly peppy music, and oh, I hate it. Turning it off just made it feel hollow a little bit. Filters, edit. Now it's gonna be a little loud. The game, I mean. Good, we're back. But now there's this. Nope, fucking damn it. I didn't pull up my chat again. There we go. This and this. So now the game is on, but there's a creepy, eerie silence. But not for you. For you, you can hear like Ganyu shooting a bow. Yeah, you're fine. For me, I just hear things are quite quiet.
Error.
Fluff says that some fans have aged Diona up, and she looks pretty good. More like adapted her into an average female to body. You know what? Again, I'm full game. If someone has like catty or some shit, go buck wild. As long as they have like a physical, well, I don't know, dude. Let's just say they have an adult demeanor and are under a certain. Fuck it. I'm gonna make fucking people who are born real short mad. I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing. I just know that sometimes things seem a little off. Okay? Some things seem a little sus. And I'm like, okay. BC says, I still remember that one thing. I had it for Xbox, but I'm not sure. I haven't played it in a long ass time. Red says, Jedi Fallen Order in Star Wars Dark Souls. Love it for that. Yeah, it seemed like it was an actual good attempt at like, here's a different thing. Although, man, I don't know. I also think that like what happened, do you think we'd ever, I don't know. Because it's kind of like the Outer Worlds, except the Outer Worlds kind of takes a piss at the whole idea, which is good. But do you think we'll ever, I have my dailies to do. We'll do that before we do the story.
Grass, you can feel
I'll
the
do it after.
of the world.
We just finagled with the audio. But anyways, do you guys ever think we'll get like a Skyrim-like open world kind of like Star Wars game, which is like a first-person game? I know we have like MMO Star Wars game, etc., which people love. Fallen Order, I think is what it's called. No, that's not right. SOTOR, that's what people say. I don't know what that abbreviation is for. Star Wars Online, I think that's what it's called. But anyways, what do you call it? If you ever get like a game that's like a Skyrim RPG role-playing game where you can play either of the thing, it's in first person, you can like, you feel powerful, you have like these different like land masses, and maybe you're trying to like win, like dominate, like kind of like a Ubisoft game where you're dominating the area, taking back forts from the rebel places, and maybe you even do a 180 and like retake it back because you realize that both sides are kind of fucked up in the weird different ways. That to me would be charming, but who knows if we'll get it. I guess we gotta go to an event. Oh, maybe I can't do the event actually. Because of I haven't done something else. I don't know. Let's see. Go to quest. Equip quest. Here we go. We gotta talk to some person. Also, again, for those guys who were watching me do the quest yesterday, I accidentally went here to do a daily mission, and we met Baiju and Chi-Chi, and all they said literally was, "Oh my God, Kaching is running around. What are you doing?" Anyways, I'm doing this. I'm getting medical herbs because Lantern Right's crazy. People eat a lot. Fucking disgusting. Gluttony. But that was it. Also, I don't have a problem with you if you eat a lot. See, right here. Boom. This is what you guys missed. I accidentally stumbled into it. Forgive me. BC says, tall Diona. Opens eyes. Also, Red says, I had wall running. Also, it had wall running. Any game with wall running gets bonus points for me. Guess what, Red? Guess what? Fucking Dying Light 2 has wall running. You do have to unlock it. A little unfortunate. But it does have wall running. It also has swinging. It also has grapple hooking. I don't know if you have grapple hooking to a surface. I don't think that's a thing. But you can swing with the grapple hook. You can also paraglide. You can also jump on weird pipe structures and swing around said things. You can also vault on top of weird poles and swing and get momentum. Although I will say, and I will warn, it does seem like the parkour there'll still be moments where you're like, ah, why? Why have I not grabbed? Oh God, please. And then you die because nothing is perfect. and the game world is as flawed as actual reality, apparently. But yes.
Howdy. Please, head
Red
straight on
says,
in.
oh no, Lone Singer says, I would appear that my power has no effect on the standard banners. It's all good. It's all good, Lone Syndicate. Maybe my heart wasn't in it. I'll be honest. I was looking at you guys. I was doing this. I wasn't paying tribute to the chance gods. I don't like saying gotcha gods because it's glorifying a war god, frankly, and not a good god, you know. Fluff says Jedi Fallen Order is in the works. Respawn is also working on 2 Star Wars titles, supposedly. Yeah, no, I seen that. Yeah, I thought there was also the makers of Heavy Rain are also working on a Star Wars game. Weirdly enough, which seems neat. Hello. Oh, am I in co-op mode or some stupid thing? I am. God damn it. He says, I found that. I found the adult Diana.
Ah, Lady Kuching. What a surprise. Is there anything I can help you with?
Dude, this girl is like in the story more than 90% of our actual characters. It's wild how much we interact with this lady. Also, Red says, gonna get some coffee, some food, all that. Ooh, what kind of coffee you drink? We do a little bit of sugar, do some cream, just do some nice coffee, just black. What's happening? Feel like you can learn a lot about a person based on what they like, how they like their coffee. Maybe even tea. Although tea people are a little bit more mysterious because they feel there's less choices to be made. All right, it's a subtle difference. It's not like a woof, you know. Unless there's a person who has tea that just hyper stacks sugar. In that case, I'm like, I get it. I understand you. Profiling people off of coffee preference. Hey, listen, man. I feel like honestly, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate being profiled off coffee preference. I'd rather that than skin pigment or something that is completely out of my understanding or control. Ugh. Fluff says, I got plenty of other games that I can play with the boys that waste my and their time on a rushed out, mismanaged shoot. Yeah, no, again, I don't know, man. To me, I think I agree with the sentiment of there's other things to play, absolutely. But I also think that I feel like you could have fun with a game, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's you don't want to reward the bad business practices. That's a fucking armor-clad argument. I love that one. But to me, the idea of I don't know, is it a bad game? I don't know, man. I played some bad games. I played some real bad games. So to me, I'm it's got cool destructible environments. It looks beautiful. It's got cool things. Yes, there's glitchy nonsense, but I don't know. The glitchy nonsense to me, at least as far as the stuff that I've seen, which has been clipping through the ground. When you die, you can't get revived necessarily, which yes is a clearly faulty thing. It's releasing something that is broken, but I don't know if it's just a shit game, you know? Because I feel I can have fun with that game. There's some games that I played where I'm why are you thinking? Nothing works, nothing feeds into it. I guess I get more triggered at when somebody creates a structure or a system that fundamentally doesn't utilize its potential or use. So it's in most cases, there's video games, for instance, Fallout, Skyrim, all of these video games suck big time when it comes to the economy of the game, the world. It forces you down a road of picking up scrap, guns and shit, and then selling them, and that's been loot for generations of these games. Rather than even just buying, I guess Fallout 4, I guess, had settlements, but they never really made it useful. So I don't know, I just dislike systems being unrealized and not realizing the value in your system is this. So if people can't dip into this, then it goes unused, and it's actually a pretty cool mechanism. You know, I like a strong, beautiful sequencing system. Most games don't do it. Most games don't have it. I feel it's easy to have, to be fair. like to implement, I mean. But BC says, I'm posting tall down on the Discord. Do it, unless Fluff beats me to it. Sage. Actually, I have no idea where the post is enough. Also, guys, we will just start chewing through the story. I just want to chat with you guys a little bit before that. BC says, thinking hard, I give up. I just tossed in the meter. Okay, that's good enough. You can also post in the Genshin tab, but yeah. BC says, is it really parkour if you don't plummet to your death at least once after you try to, like, it's not even your fault, you're just like, what? I do feel like probably the best advice I could give to people who are gonna play Dying Light, I think, haven't played it, but I think this is gonna be something, is refuse to slow down, because I feel like those are the games where if you get into a habit of like, I'm gonna go there, climb up, I'm gonna go there, okay, swing off that, neat. Okay, I'm gonna go. You just fucking run and you try to survive. Okay, you run and you're like, oh, where am I going? Here. Oh shit, here. Oh, fucking paraglide. Oh, thank God I have that fail safe. Man, I hope they don't hold off the paraglider for too long. Fluff says you can make any game fun with friends. Yeah, it's true. But I think also you can make games fun with yourself. I'm not sure if that's the way you should aim. It's like saying, like, hey, you could be in a horrible environment, but instead of leaving environment, you could just have a good time, maybe. It's like, what? You're fucked up. BC, so there's a line, I think. BC says, I don't think a game should rely on you having fun with people around you or in a party for it actually to be fun. Yeah, I guess my whole thing is that I think as long as I had enemies to shoot, I think I could find some fun in Battlefield. I don't think it's that obliterated in terms of a game in order for it to not be fun. Now, if it corrupted your entire PC, stuff like that, if the mechanics like shooting and like objectives and stuff just didn't work, I've just like, again, my whole thing is like, there's some games that are busted. There's some games that are just like, no good. Fluff says Halo Infinite is free and competently made. Yeah, no, I agree. Also, I will say though, I don't think, I 100% agree that Halo is great. Halo is not nearly as big as what is it called? What is it called? Dice game, whatever it's called. You know the one we're talking about. Alonso says there is a major difference in tea choice. Excuse me. Like you got your difference fruit tea. Then you got green tea, black tea. So, I know. I know there's that. I know there's like options for tea. But I do feel like if you know someone who drinks black coffee, they're probably a psychopath. Okay, I'm one of them. If you know someone who has like a fucking hella complex coffee drink, you're probably like, okay, you're probably a picky eater, probably have some sort of specific taste. And you can think the opposite of the coffee drinker, the black coffee drinker. Whereas when it comes to teas, I don't know if I've ever had a tea that is like undrinkable. Like it's just fucking heinous. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. So yeah. But I'm sure it's all great. BC says, oh, there's a Genshin tab. No, it's all good, BC. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
No, thank you. I'm just wondering if you might know where the Conqueror of Demons is.
Xiao.
Oh, we never inquire about Xiao's whereabouts. But if he's here, he would be up on the rooftop terrace.
He's always there.
Please feel free to go up and have a look.
He does nothing. He says he does a lot. He's always there doing nothing. Looking at people, getting mad. I bet if he could watch anime, he would. And if he could have Reddit, he absolutely would have Reddit. Okay? I'm in a very profiling mood. Forgive me. Lonzigan says, also been playing Borderlands 2 as of late, and I'm. Oh yeah, did you tell me that yesterday? I asked you. I'm not sure if you messaged it. I just missed it. I'm trying Zero for the first time, and I'm also working on my level 50 gun circuit. Dude, Zero is the best. Zero is so fun. Although I will say, man, I bet there's a mod that reworks Borderlands, which makes Zero's kunai build maybe usable. Ah, shit, that sounds awesome. Actually, that's because I always wish that kunai build was more reasonable or doable. Malik says, I drink coffee. I drink black coffee. Hell yeah. See, I do the same thing. Except, well, I used to, man, but then I seen a lot of benefits. I drank black coffee for like 3 years and was fine with it. But then I seen a lot of benefits from cocoa. So then I was like, I'm just going to put like fucking dark ass chocolate cocoa, natural, no any sort of weird filtering system, right in my coffee. And then it made it like significantly less bitter, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually dope. It's like a win-win. Except it's not a win-win for fasting, unfortunately. It does fuck up fasting, which
Straight on in.
rough. But anyways. There's a lot of benefits to cocoa, supposedly. And I've found them. Personally, I feel like ever since I've done it, I've started to be a little bit better, or feel an impact, which is rare when you take vitamins. Well, some vitamins, I suppose. It's eerily quiet.
He doesn't seem to be here.
We're gonna
Perhaps
fucking
we came at the wrong
flex.
time.
Sorry, we're gonna fucking flex on Kaching right now, dude. We're gonna be like, hey, Lord of Demons, boom, he's here. Bang, look at us. We're a god. Okay? We're just dominating Adeptuses all the time. Although you think we would have used up that card, because I think, who was it that we had to like talk to and like call Shao in for? I forget what it was. Some story quest. Now, Fluff says Battlefield is a failing IP, and they keep making shitty decisions with it, and only ended up getting BF1 for free at some point. And the latest entries aren't worth my time. 100%. That makes sense to me. But again, my whole thing is like, I've heard people say like, in the pursuit, and this happens all the time, including probably with me at points, where in the pursuit to like convey your frustration and anger, people ruin or pollute the argument. People kind of say something which I'm like, I don't know about that. Now we're just like, we're leading with our emotions, not the strongest reason for something being a way, you know? Which reason why that's important is because when someone can be like, wait, this game doesn't look that bad, like visually, this game doesn't look like mechanically broken entirely, then they'll second guess your entire argument, you know what I mean? But I agree. I have no plan on buying Battlefield or anything like that, but yeah. When I hear people on the like forums just popping off saying that it was like the worst game that they've ever played or just unplayable, I'm like, I've seen people play it and have a good time, so I'm not sure if that's true. Now, whether you don't want to support the practices at play, that's a solid argument. That's a really good argument, but no one ever sticks with that. And the worst part about it is if someone wants to disprove you, specifically like a company or something, they'll look for the only piece of your argument that they can prove and conveniently always forget about the rest of your argument, which is just the shittiness of people wanting to win more than they want to actually, solve a solution or solve a problem. Beastie says, black coffee should be a crime. Why, Beastie? It's good for you. Picks you right up. Also, like, it's like it smelling salts where you're like, shit.
Maybe he's out battling somewhere again.
Just gotta say his name.
Gifts with the owner and ask her to...
How can I help?
Nope, we used up the Shao name card. What if we just grabbed Paimon and we're like, threw her right at whatever sound was coming from? I feel we were cheated. Did we really burn the like Shao name card thing? That's bullshit. Okay. Also, Red says my dad drinks black coffee, and yup, he's a psycho. And had a bad temper. Oh, I drink bad coffee. I don't think I have a bad temper. Maybe I don't know. I just do it because of fasting. It's like you don't want to intake any carbs to ruin your fast. So you drink black coffee, so you can like feel not hungry and also feel like you can progress. Fluff says someone had made a model mocking up for Tal Diona, but it's not easy to find. Okay. Mel says, I wish I could join y'all in the video game talk. It's all good, Mel. We're just happy to have you here, buddy. Appreciate it's the atmosphere. Your presence is enchanting. Paimon. God damn you.
Where did you come from? You scared Paimon!
Where were you here the whole time, Shao? You absolute creep.
Yes.
Creep.
Hello, I am Kuching, Yuhung of the Liyue Chising.
Hell yeah.
The Yuhong. Yes. I saw you when we battled Osile. You are fierce with your blade.
I really think I would like Shao like 10 times better if he didn't have the every other sentence, you know? It makes me just feel like, what's happening? Breathe. Like, what? You cough. You got some, like, schmutz in your throat. Okay? I'm like, we're not in combat. What is happening? Oh, I'm I'm an idiot.
Anyway, we're gonna give you some lanternite presents. See? There's lots of tasty food.
Don't waste your delicacies on me.
You need to bring that almond tofu. The Shishing, how do you say it? Specifically prepared this for you, you rat bastard. All that.
Eradicating demons is my duty. You don't have to thank me.
He
Karma
appreciates
is
it.
harmful to the human body. Even if you have a stronger constitution than most. You should keep your distance from me when you can afford to.
Xiao is both edgy and tsundere. They usually go together, unfortunately.
Hey, wait! Are you leaving?
Red says Xiao has the Batman voice. Yeah. Dude, whenever I hear the Batman voice, I can't think about anything but like the oh man, do you guys remember like the clips from Comedy Central, I think, which were like Batman doesn't kill people? It's like a fucking skit, but it's like the person talks like just like a fucking psycho. But every time I think of like I think of that guy just talking like out his ass, which is great.
Aw, come on! Lanternite is almost here! Don't you want to take a break?
Why don't we go watch the fireworks in the city?
Like I said before, I have no liking for crowds.
Then we could watch it on the
I
mountain.
must remain vigilant of evil attacks, especially during the holidays. I will continue my patrol as usual. You should also exercise caution. And if there's any danger...
Yeah, we know. Say your name. So we could have said his name. We could have done. We still did not burn the, hey, Batman signal words. I don't know, honestly kind of needy, frankly. You're just like, Xiao, he's like, I'm here. I've been here the whole time. Like, were you watching me the whole time? That's creepy as shit. I don't like that at all.
Good.
Ew. I already got Paimon fucking with me all the time. Actually, no, maybe our character's like, yeah, it's fine.
And he's gone.
What kind of horrible shit do you think Paimon's seen? Ugh.
Well, Xiao hasn't changed a bit. Wonder if he'll come and watch the fireworks this year, though.
Maybe he did last time, only if he wants to. Maybe, I'll say maybe.
All right, we've completed our visits with all the Adepti. Let's take a break downstairs before we head back into the city.
Oh no. What should we do?
Scream was peak voice acting, says Fluff from Paimon. B says a quality voice acting what can't Paimon do? There's a real split divide on Paimon in the chat. I go back to and from, frankly. Yes, from being like, yeah, Paimon's our Paimon, but also, goddamn you, just please stop. Fluff says, to be fair, that's a female VA for Xiao. Really? Wow, I would not have thought. Does a better job sounding unique, considering like a male compared to how similar Shincho and Bennett are. Yeah, but I don't know if unique is always better. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people could be like you could have a person who's like, "What's good, guys?" and like, this is hard to hear. This is hurting me. You know? I'm like, it's Paimon, case in point. A lot of time. Imagine if Paimon was replaced by like a cool British portal cube guy thing. Yeah. B says it sounds like he has a cold to me. He says I hope Paimon just gets a massive buff that just becomes the most OP god tier character. I'm not sure if buff. I think there could be some sort of like honestly, that'd be cool if there was like we would eventually get like a free 5-star character and it'd be like Paimon juiced up out of their mind. Because honestly, if we get like 5 years into the game, yeah, we should get a free fucking 5-star character at least once. Especially if you have to like chew through like 30 hours of story. You know what I mean?
Huh? Oh, Lady Kuching.
It
Lady
won't
Kuching. I'm so glad to see you here.
It won't happen though.
Feng Yi? What's wrong? What are you doing here?
Lady Kuching, let me explain. I had rearranged the fireworks layout and expanded the range to Qingsa Village just like you requested. My people finished setting up the fireworks and we left someone in charge to launch them for the show.
It's a woman putting on a deep, edgy boy voice. That makes more sense now that you say it. It all adds up.
But the person we left in charge came back shortly after and reported that all the fireworks in Qingsa Village had been stolen.
To me, man, I've never felt more people like disconnect or off when a man tries to simulate how a woman speaks and a woman tries to simulate how a man speaks. I mean, like, there are people who can do it, like, there's skilled voice actors who can make a dent, but I can always tell them, like, this sounds a little weird. It sounds a little weird. And I don't know it's a boy or a woman doing the voice. I just know it sounds off. It sounds like a person's perception of what person or what people value versus what they actually value.
I immediately reported the situation to the Millilith and had another batch of fireworks made to be transported to Qingsa Village under escort.
Pete Holmes, I think that's
However,
right.
Everyone's short-handed during Lantern Rite. The Millilith are already stretched thin and don't even have enough people to fill their regular patrols. They can't spare anyone to look after the fireworks for us. We don't have many materials left, so if the second batch of fireworks gets stolen as well, we're done for. So, I was thinking to go to Qingsa Village and have a look first.
Yeah, see, but Lone thing it says, Grin, it's not as bad as Klee's mom knowing all about us before we even met her or seen her. I don't know why. I feel like, yeah, I'm more okay with that. Like this benevolent, world-shaping entity, which I know Xiao could theoretically, something like that maybe. But it's like a maternal figure that I know has the best of intentions for Klee. And is clearly like a little bit weird. I'm more akin to that god than Xiao because I've met him. It's almost like the ambiguity of a god is more curious or comforting than the I know you actually. Like you are what I would consider a person or a friend or personality. And I know in this instance you would judge me poorly. So I don't like that. Stop it.
Which is when I bumped into you. Lady Kuching, what should we do?
According to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, the number of guards on patrol has to be doubled and rotated continuously during Lantern Rite. They must perform these extra measures in addition to their standard daily affairs. The only manpower they can muster during the festival would be the emergency response units. But those special units are intended only for backup. There are not many of them and they cannot perform prolonged guard duty. If we wish to make use of them, we'll need to resolve the problem quickly.
Us. Me. Also, one thing it says, we already got a free 5-star character, Gran. It's Aloy. Right. Be careful what you wish for, boys. Anyways.
Maybe we can ask the Adepti for help. This would be a piece of cake for someone like Cloud Retainer or Xiao.
No, she's not going to fly with it.
No, that would only make us look incompetent. I'll handle this, Pengyi.
We can't let Kating do this all alone, I say in my head, just weirdly looking at her in the face. What? Yeah, let's help.
That's right! We can take care of this together!
Thanks, you two. Actually, I have an idea. Let me make some arrangements. Pengyi, go back to Liyue Harbor and get the fireworks ready. Then meet me in Qingsa Village. Traveler, come with me. Let's ask around to see what happened.
Finish that cup of coffee. We're cooking. I'm probably gonna pass out. Man, I always get like a lot of coffee, and then before we start the stream, I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking top myself up. And then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, whenever I have this amount, I always feel like fucking crash. You know what I mean? Fluff says, yes, in Act 7, in another 4 years at minimum. Yikes. Well, frankly, I would take another 8 years if it was like at least like a fucking monster. I want her to be like, even if it's just on the level of Mona, which is just like really useful, and a support character that can kind of be plugged in anywhere. That's nice. Yeah, man, I cannot tell you guys how much I hate Mona's dash. I know some people like it. I'm not sure if it's possible to argue that it's definitively better, but I fucking hate it. It's like just stop, please, just move this way. Oh, thank God we didn't keep walking. Jeez Louise. BC says, what? Opimon detachable booba cannon will one-shot everything. I hate it. I hate the image. I hate the mental image. I don't know, man. Do you think they'd ever, like, if they did make a Paimon, do you think they would make her like a stupid chibi thing? Or do you think they would make her like a badass? I kind of wish, man, how do I put it? I don't want a character that's like a, I don't want a character that's like, what the fuck is her name? I don't want a character like Signora. Like, Signora just seems like dominatrix, I'm gonna step on them balls, kind of too much. Ugh. But I would want some sort of like, you know, like the initial character that we had, like that pulled us in this world at the very start of the game. She has like this imposing like fucking presence, which I think is rad. The Raiden Shogun kind of has it, but she's like a little emotionally dead. I want kind of like a warrior mage lady with like fucking long ass hair or some shit that's just like, come at me, bitch. I want that. And then some people say, well, that's Yai. Nah, Yai is more like docile, at peace, but ferocious kind of vibe. I don't want that. Very much the vibe of the original like god that brought us this world. That's, if we could have like a mage character like that, who had like some sort of destructive power, that's the character's aesthetic that I want recently. But also I just want like a hardcore, like Viking, barbarian lass, like girl, essentially, like someone like a masculine ass, like scarred to shit, ready to rumble, a girl, for like in the coming to the game kind of thing, you know, for a future battle. Because right now we were in the Inazuma like Komodo style. We got Itto. Like I want a female version of Itto, less abs, more thigh game. Personally, could just be me, still abs, but just not like fucking all of that, you know. Lozica says, yeah, our free 5-star characters are Traveler and Aloy. That's true. Fluff says, frankly, I don't mind Paimon at all. I take her any day over Navi. Well, that's just a stacked argument. It's a stacked perspective. BC says, Booba buff all sword bonus off of the jiggle physics. I don't know about all that. I'm not sure when you played Genshin. Recently, BC, there's been a retraction of flesh and skin showing. This is the worst way I could phrase it, but yes, not wrong. Lozica says, yeah, remember when the community thought we were getting a free 5-star for the anniversary? Haha, a good time. Yes, that. Honestly, man, I remember when people were like, dude, we're getting a confirmed 5-star through this PSN extension, and then I have never seen anybody use Aloy, and I wonder if that like send a signal to Mihoyo being like, people just don't want her because they don't want a free 5-star, I guess, and not because she was fundamentally weird to use. B says, I don't know, I'd wait a goddamn decade for a giant 5-star Paimon. That's too much. That's too much. Don't you dare jinx it, says Beast. All right, okay, it's possible, I guess. We have a Booba sword. Potentially there could be some sort of mage that casts like a cannon that's really just like, it's cannon like here, but theoretically you could subvert expectations and assume it's coming from the chest. Fluff says, we need a male catalyst user. Yes, a male catalyst user. Use a DPS, please. But yeah. Lozica says, you saying Signora isn't intimidating? No, I think she's intimidating for sure. But to me, there's no badassery in her thing. Like it's like a person who rules through fear rather than a person that rules through like unrelenting force and strength. There's like a huge difference between that. Like a person who's like, I'm going to like, you know, twist you, like what do you call it, like slaughter someone brutally. And there's a person who's like, I'll kill whomever comes at me. That's the level of like, oh fucking shit. Oh my god. What if there's like 60 people? Fuck it. Okay, shit. And Signora feels like she'd be like, get someone else to do this, or like, what is it, like just cast one spell and do some weird things, you know? But it doesn't seem like there's, yeah, again, it's like ruling through fear, or like combat through fear rather than combat through pure force and strength alone. I don't know if we have many characters like that, honestly. Yeah, they're all kind of very human-y and not very like, yeah, kind of like Itto, where Itto's like, well, it was human too, but not like a character who's completely like, I think we're gonna get that in the war region or the fire region. But I hope we get a character before that. The only character that kind of comes to mind is Bido a little bit, but Bido seems like quite cheery, which I don't know why that gets in the way of it a little bit for me. Lonziga says, Fluff, we may be getting an Electro, and I'm not talking about Scaramouche. Fluff, we may be getting a he Electro? What do you mean, like a person who's a male in Electro? Fluff says, pretty sure I've been debunking Paimon as the unknown god, however the name after the god was, yeah. Red says, not just you, Grin. I'd love a female. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
Oh, how could a whole batch of fireworks just vanish like that?
This lady is doing great. Doing
Hello,
great.
Granny
She's been
Roshi.
around for a while, though.
We'd like to know more about the
while.
recent fireworks theft.
Oh, Lady Kaching, I can hardly believe you came personally to investigate.
They did drain the game of culture, Beastie. Not them necessarily, more China, but anyways.
It's no trouble at all. Please, tell us what happened.
Well, when they brought the fireworks, the children in the village were very excited. They were all gathered round watching the area for a long time. The workers piled up the fireworks and said they would go confirm the locations to set them off. That's when they left the village. Oh, now let me remember. Ah, yes, I recall that they left the fireworks in an open area just next to a house down the old road.
I revoke kind of what I said. I didn't think about her, but she kind of fits the mold a little bit. I want more, like, again, Viking, brutal, like, fucking death kind of thing. But Sara does kind of hit that mark. Yeah, Sara gets close to what I mean. Like, if I could have a character with that aesthetic and, like, presence, that'd be dope. But ideally also, like, one that throws down, where Sara seems like a smart general. I want a person who's like, no, I was not smart, and I just was strong. And I just kind of force-powered my way through.
But the very next day, all the fireworks were nowhere to be seen. The person in charge of the fireworks was so anxious that they went straight back to the city to find a solution. Oh, the villagers here are worried too. The fireworks missing can only mean that there are thieves about. There are elderly and kids in the village, you know. Although the Millilith are stationed here, no one dares to go out anymore.
I understand. Please help reassure the people in the village and tell them everything's going to be fine with the Millilith standing guard.
Lone Syndicate says, what about Dainsleif, Grin? Is that what you mean? What do you mean? That's a little double-edged sword for me, man, because I really don't jive with Dainsleif's look. I don't know why, when a character is blonde and there's just like a generic blonde guy, to me, I'm like, there's something about it. Or I'm like, maybe it's because we have our main traveler that I've just seen it to death. Whereas like you could have a blonde character, but then they're scarred to shit. That'd be like, that at least offset it some way, you know? But no, I want a damage catalyst user. And to me, it would be really cool if it was like, I just like a lot when they subvert expectations a lot. So if you had like a person that was scarred to shit, beaten up, like wrapped in bandages, kind of like Yoimiya maybe, but like a bigger, buffer lass. But then also as a mage, it'd be like, well, why the fuck are you scarred to shit? What kind of fighting is your like style of fighting that you are scarred and harmed? Like, because most of the mages are like ordained and like don't have a scratch on them because they're not meant to get close, you know? So to me, that'd be neat.
Traveler, let's go investigate the place where the fireworks were stolen.
Let's do this, Kaching! Let's kill everybody! Not a single person left alive. Let them scream. Let the villagers hear the pain of their agony. Just Kaching's like, what? Are you okay? What's happened? I'm starting to realize how you've, stayed alive or succeeded. I'm not liking it. It's very uncomfortable. Melee mage would be dope. Yeah. Or even just like a little bit closer of a mage, like someone that like, I feel like it'd be really cool to have. Well, honestly, I'm thinking of Yai Miko's attack pattern. Like if there was a character that instead of like throwing a fireball straight forward, if every time they would like cast, or like maybe even just scratch the air, it would be like a giant tiger claw just shredding through the air if you wanted to kind of not step on Razor's toes. It's just a giant like tiger scrape slashing through the air within like a closer proximity, because most Catalyst users have actually a shocking amount of distance, you know what I mean? Like they hit pretty far. So something that just kind of like Klee, where she casts close, would be pretty sick, I think. Maybe even if you like use the E and then that's when you go into like berserk scratchy mode or something. So she has like normal long range attacks, but then when you activate her E, similar to Hu Tao, she just goes and starts rattling off melee damage, giving her a different stance like Child. I think would be neat. Also, I think it would work more with a Catalyst user than it does with like Child, who's just weirdly like is an entirely different stance of attacking. You know, whereas with them it'd be like, no, you're just doing this a bunch, kind of like Razor's Wolf, with your attacks now.
The thieves must think there are mostly elderly and children living in Chinksa village, all too weak to defend themselves. Otherwise, they would never dare commit such a blatant crime. This is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
We cannot let such a matter go unpunished.
I was thinking, yeah, the BC saying, all Genshin info is new to me. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. No problem talking anymore about it. What else we can talk about? Yeah.
Let's see
Also, I
if
think
we can
something worth
find any
talking about.
clues here before we plan our next step.
Okay. I'll be honest, you guys are far more enchanting in the story right now. I'm sure it'll get good, and if I focus, I'd probably enjoy it more. I'm enjoying talking to you guys a little bit more. Forgive me. Fluff says, Dainsleif looks great, voiced by Spider-Man, but I also have no clue on his weapon, or his elemental weapon or something. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like the cape and the mask. That's like the big thing. And again, like the blonde hair to me looks a little like, oh yeah.
Are these footprints?
Well, we just have different preference.
Let's see where they lead.
But yeah, if he had like, I don't know, I just get like Phantom of the Opera vibe, and that doesn't really scream like badass to me, you know? I'm like a weirdo who's like, scars equal tried by combat in a weird way.
Footprints continue here. Let's keep following them.
Or same thing with muscle, you know? But heaven forbid we have a character that's buff, you know? Best we can do is some abs. Some decent looking abs. Which is,
Footprints
yeah.
continue here. Let's keep following them.
Brett says, my guess is Dainsleif's water or cryo based off his color palette. I'd say Dainsleif, honestly, if I could make an estimate, I think Dainsleif is probably going to be something different. I don't think he would be water, I don't think he'd be cryo, I think he's going to be some sort of different thing, because it seems like his power is literally like Paimon, like constellation, like the stars itself. I'm not sure, which honestly would make sense if Dainsleif is supposed to be given to us at the very end of the game, after we've already gotten to all of the islands. It would make sense that they're like, hey, here's this untapped power called like the Abyss, which is the same thing that your sister uses and that Dainsleif uses. So they would unravel this new like dark matter. Honestly, it would make sense that that's also the thing that we. Oh, look at them! Sorry, it would also make sense that that's like the same dimensional star world jumping power that brought us to this world is the same power that we're going to use to rebuild it, kind of hone it again, and maybe that's what Dainsleif gets, and maybe that's the last notch in the story's puzzle. But if there was anything, I'd say Dainsleif's probably water.
Sir,
but
please, this is all just a big misunderstanding.
seems like it's a little different.
A misunderstanding, you say? If so, then tell me, why are you hiding here?
Please, good sir, this really is just a misunderstanding. I would never dream of getting anywhere near the Feiyun Commerce Guild shipment.
Did he say what you were near? Why you were going near?
Something's happening over there. Let's go have a look.
We're gonna see the boys.
Oh, the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It must be.
Please, save your breath. Restrain this fellow. Tightly now, we mustn't let him get away.
Yes, young master.
I was sure it was an evil spirit. Turns out it's the treasure hoarders again.
Shen Yung, I haven't done your story quest, so I don't know much about you, but you seem like... I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. It just seems like a character that's... I don't know your problems or wants or desires in the world, so you seem like a new entity for me.
Shincho and Chongyun! Hello?
Whereas Chunyung I can get. Shincho I can get. Chunyung I don't understand. Shincho, that makes plenty of sense.
Well, hello, dear traveler. Our fates cross once again. What brings you here?
What is good, my dude?
Excuse me. Please, tell me what is happening here.
Ah, yes. Allow me to explain. It so happens that every year during the Lantern Rite, the Feiyun Commerce Guild transports supplies to various villages outside of Liyue Harbor. Family rules stipulate that the supplies must be personally escorted by a family member. Because my older brother went last year, the duties have fallen to me this time around.
Oh, so what's Chongyun doing here?
Chongyun happened to be visiting, so I cordially invited him to join us for the journey.
Oh, I
Nice.
see.
Razor and Bennett, or
But why
Leeway.
did Chongyun say he thought there was an evil spirit?
I see that you are not familiar with the story of old. It is said that fireworks were once called firecrackers, and were used to ward off evil spirits and the like. In ancient times, Liyue was plagued by evil spirits. As people gathered together to celebrate the annual festival, the yang energy would intensify, and evil spirits were thus attracted to the fringes of the city by the strong scent. Liyue Harbor was under the gracious protection of Rex Lapis, so the spirits dared not enter the city. However, they still lingered near the city gates and pestered the passers-by.
Have we ever seen a spirit in this game?
In order to drive the spirits away, people made firecrackers and lit them near the city gates. The flashes of light and loud noise successfully drove the spirits whence they came. This festival is now known as the Lantern Rite.
Oh, neat.
It was my intention to travel around to see if there are any malicious spirits lying in wait for passers-by. Since I happened to have a shipment of goods to deliver, and our course was through the mountains, I naturally thought it best to have my thaumaturge friend traveling alongside me.
Your what? Thaumaturge?
Shincho said he learned the story about evil spirits from an ancient text. The text vividly describes the appearance and even the whereabouts of the spirits.
Shincho must be leading Chunyung along. Chunyung never got to see the book, did he?
Anyway, when we arrived at the area, Chongyun sensed an ambush about to take place. Upon searching the area, we found a group of treasure hoarders. They tried to flee the moment we were upon them. Fortunately, I was swift enough to catch one of them. Your timing couldn't have been more fortunate. We were just preparing to send them to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Fluff says dark blue equals hydro, light blue equals cryo, green equals animo. And what kind of tops all of it is we've actually had instances where we've seen Dainsleif use power, and Dainsleif doesn't have an artifact. And the only people we know who can use artifact or use elemental power without artifacts or division, is people with delusions or maybe something else. But even still, he's connected to our sister. Our sister knows how to use the abyss stuff. Abyss's stuff maybe could be connected possibly to delusions, although I think that's not our sister. It's weird. There's a different thing entirely. Yeah. But anyways, one thing I was going to say is there's a weird formula that's like pound for pound in every district. So it's almost like Liyue has Shincho and Chunyung as like their friend group that we kind of have a connection or like knowledge to. I think what the equivalent for Inazuma would be Toma and Ayaka, and in Mondstadt it would be Amber and Bennett, maybe probably more Bennett Razor. Yeah, or maybe even Amber and Razor, frankly, because Bennett was only kind of in the story for a little bit. But it's weird. Like I think they're like these people that find themselves together, like locked in, that are in like each district. And I wonder if that's just like a formula that they've used.
She insists the matter is merely a
events like this.
misunderstanding, but things seem quite clear as I see it.
Good, sir. Just hear me out. Everyone knows the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Had we known it was your merchant caravan, we never would have dared to attack. The master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild is famous for his generosity and noble deeds, a true hero of the people. So, you see, this is nothing but a big misunderstanding. We didn't want any trouble with the guild.
What you mean to say is that you were targeting someone else then? Well, Who was it?
Well, just trust me. We were definitely not trying to steal your goods. Please believe me.
He's like, I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to kill somebody else, actually. What? What's your problem?
Master Xingqiu, I would like to borrow a few of your staff to escort the thief to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. As for the bounty, we will pay you afterward.
It is my humble duty to uphold justice. No remuneration shall be necessary. Come then. See that this thief is taken to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, young master, leave it to us. You heard him. Take this man over there and make sure he's secured. Tie each of his fingers separately if you have to. He's not going to pull anything under our watch.
Sounds like it'd be a super inefficient way to actually keep someone tied up. One thing it says, no offense, Chunyung and Xinqiu are like the least threatening, like dude, cowering in fear for his life. I mean, with that being said, though, if you're in for a penny kind of thing and you're not in for a pound, whatever the fuck it is, in for a penny, in for a pinch, or whatever it is. But point being, people know Xinqiu is like a fucking billionaire son, etc. And also, we live in a world where Chunyung could have just pulled out a giant claymore and been like, that kid's holding a fucking slab of steel that could slice me in half. What? What? So I feel like in this world, there's other, like, things at play that could be a little terrifying.
Wait a second. Please also deliver this message to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. It's very likely that this thief is related to the recent fireworks theft in Qingce Village. Make sure they have someone question him thoroughly.
So the plot thickens. Is your task clear? We mustn't disappoint the Yuang.
Yes, young master, I understand. We'll be on our way.
Huh. Fluff says he's partly transformed into an Abyss Herald. Dane, that is when? When was that? Yeah, he reminds me of Mona's
about you, Master
power.
Xingqiu. Thank you for your assistance.
It's like a cosmetic, or what is it? I don't know, what's the word for, like, constellations, I guess, but not... Yeah, I guess constellations mixed with water, you know, that same kind of weird thing.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
Everyone, my intuition tells me that there could be more than one group of treasure hoarders in this area.
Xinqiu's like, I just brandished my tiny thin boy legs, and he cowered in fear. What?
More than one group?
Oh, you've got quite a
But his
keen
dad is
eye
rich.
too, Chongyun.
Family.
During our search, I found scattered sets of footprints differing from those on the road. There may still be other treasure hoarders waiting to ambush passersby.
Interesting, Red.
When I was chasing the treasure hoarders earlier, I noticed that they were nearly unarmed and very few in numbers. If they truly intended to ambush the Feiyun Commerce Guild, they must have overestimated themselves. If you ask me, they didn't seem to be staging an ambush, but rather it appeared as if they were waiting for someone.
It appears they may be the thief's accomplices. They were probably hiding here to wait for the stolen goods.
What exactly are the stolen goods, if I may ask?
Another thing it said, we made more ground.
Taking advantage of the elderly and children. What a loathsome group of criminals.
Bastards, all that. Another thing it said, we made more ground play with the 2 missions of Dainsleif than we did in the whole sum of our adventure. So he needs to come back into the story. I agree, but also, I don't know, man. Part of me also feels a little weird because Dainsleif, how do I put it? Like, I hope there's a chance for them to make a realistic story almost. Where, like, yes, there is this like sense for, oh, I need to see my sister, but our sister clearly doesn't want to be found. And we're struggling to even, like, slightly make any ground. And we have people, friends, and things that are much more, like, present to this longevity and the happiness of the people we care about around us. So I would like, I'm not sure if they'll do this, but I would like it if our character maybe took a back seat and said, you know, there's no rush to find my sisters clearly in this weird path. I need to help. Like, that's kind of what happened with Inazuma, where like we kind of were like, hey, we could keep ignoring people suffering, or we could say, we'll get to our sister, but right now this is the biggest thing that needs to be, achieved.
Lady Kuching, don't fret about manpower. Chongyun, let's go lend them a hand in Qingce Village, shall we?
Yeah, just leave it to us. We can handle a bunch of thieves.
Nice.
Thank you.
They
That will
die.
help alleviate the crisis
What?
in Chinksa Village. Unfortunately, the footprints we were following end here. I don't know where we should go next.
What if Genshin was just super dark and it was just like, hey. They're just like, we can do it, absolutely. And Keqing was like, sure. And then there's like a little black screen that comes up. Chenying and Shincho horrifically died. Just horrifically. They stabbed them in the back when they were running up. Brutal. There was a person with a vision. They just caved in a whole hill, killed them immediately.
It seems we were only a moment away from catching all the treasure hoarders.
Aww. Kuching.
Don't worry. We'll find a way to catch. Don't worry.
Thank you. Master Xingqiu, I'll leave Chinksa Village under your watch.
Most assuredly, Lady Kuching.
It's fortunate our paths crossed with those two.
Lone Syndicate says, grin, true, I wasn't considering those factors. I mean, I'm mostly just, I'm just saying nonsense. Like, you're right, it's fucking children. You know, they don't know. They could, who the fuck, why does every treasure hoarder know every fucking person in the whole economic, actually, that's a little bit more, because yeah, treasure hoarders probably know who has the most money, and who would probably be like, we don't want to steal from that billionaire, because we'll all die. Okay, we want to steal from common people who can't afford a death squad to murder all of them. It's always good to have some help.
It's so cool to fight for justice.
Guys, we're doing story in the quest in the title of this video, stream, whatever. We are winding on 7 p.m. and we have done a little story.
The thieves who stole
We've
the
done a lot of
fireworks
talking.
haven't revealed themselves yet. I'll go have a look around. Traveler, please go take a rest in Chinksa Village. I've troubled you enough already. I can handle the rest of this matter myself.
No!
Kuching, are you planning to look for clues all by yourself? Somehow that doesn't sound like a very good idea. Oh, wait! You're in the Liwe Qixing. Why don't you ask some of your subordinates to help?
Doesn't want to look weak, maybe?
At least it'll be safer than investigating on your own.
Paimon's right.
Yes, I agree, but we are short-handed at the moment. I can handle these trivial matters myself.
I'll be honest, guys, Keqing looks good. Looks real good. Sometimes when you see her in the passive and you're like, in moments like this, looks real nice. Good character design.
The fireworks that were transported to Chinksa Village were quite bulky. They couldn't have gone far. Way I see it, if they were clever enough, they would conceal the stolen goods somewhere and then come pick them up later. All I have to do is find out where they hid the fireworks and then return to the location with reinforcements.
Oh.
Don't worry. I am not reckless, and I won't carelessly alert the thieves. You can certainly trust me by now.
What? Yeah, what? What? Yeah, he was like, no, you're my enemy. What? You're like friends or some shit. Anyways, Fluff says his arm grin, Danesley's arm, is the same design as the Herald's. Shortly after meeting Dane the first time. Oh, so you think he somehow got corroded or corrupted somehow? Weird, dude. If that's the case, I'm like, take me, change my freaky tiny child body, and give me this fucking cool, hovering, weird, thin, like Warframe-looking body.
Well, when you put it that way.
It's settled then. Traveler, Paimon, please go get some rest. I'll go find you in Chinksa Village when I'm done.
Tiny legs, beastie, tiny legs. Fluff says they planned on a 7 main act and we're on Act 2 currently. Dainsleif and Kareen is planned for Act 6 current. Oh shit. Jesus. Really? We're already at Act 2 of 7? Wow. Those are the ones that are like... That's wild to me. That seems like we've made crazy ground. Made crazy, crazy ground. Now the question is, do I wait to cash in my resin? Oh no, never mind. We need to pivot around. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Maybe Monday we'll continue the quest. Shit. We'll probably wait until Monday to finish the quest. But I still have to do my dailies. I have to do my dailies, so I'll do that real quick. But we'll put on some nice music so I'm not just sitting in the absolute silence of the screams in my mind. Okay. Good. Hopefully that is not Just staggeringly loud. All right. Wait, oh no, my damn chat's gone. I didn't pull it up. There we go. Here we go. See video game directory. Fluff says Mondstadt was the prologue act. Leeway was act 1. Inazuma was act 2. Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense. Really? So, yeah, still a lot to go. Weird. No, I guess I just know it's up here. I just know it's up here. Let's just go. Put. Lozic says, Grin, the traveler seems to be deadlocked to finding his sibling. They are late, or they are like, I will, what keeps happening? It almost feels like I dropped something. I don't know what that is. They are locked into finding themselves. If they don't want to be found, I'ma look to the edge of the earth and hail them back. I mean, I agree with the fact that, like, yes, you would want to find your sibling, but I would also agree with, like, if there was a country in a huge need of, like, everything was dying and your sister was okay and seemingly trying to end the world, I would be like, well, the people are gonna die if I don't save them right now. Might die in the future if I don't deal with my sister, but I would deal with the problem and move forward. It's kind of in the pace, you know, which makes sense. But I don't know. I hope. It seems weird to, like, be obsessed with this person when you're also meeting other characters that are consistently there for you still, you know, like with Ayaka and whatnot. Like, these are characters that we've spent a shit ton of time with, and that you think the character would deduce that, like, hey, I probably should, you know, value this person and make sure they're okay and etc. If not, then I'm just kind of not only a bad friend, but also, like, I'm bad at, like, valuing emotions, essentially, you know. Beastie says, give me a sec, goddammit. Do this. This. I hate the fucking dash thing of Mona. I want to sprint away real quick, and it's a waste, but it's what I want to do. We'll just do Venti here. Some Diona. Some charge shot action. Nope, everything dead. Because Venti is Venti. Lone Syndicate says, but I like your idea of the story's direction, says Lone Syndicate. I mean, yeah, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I tend to be wrong on these things. I like stories to do a certain thing, and they don't do them. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's best. And then, yeah. And then people that don't like the story either. I'm like, okay, maybe I probably don't know what's best, but I think, what do you call it? Maybe they would have hated mine too. Maybe people are just hateful. It's true. But yeah. He says, if people actually could control the elements, do you think there would be more heroes or villains? I think they would equal out. I think it's an equilibrium, personally. I think a lot of people would probably be initially evil, and then as the world would grow, you know, would go more and more to shit. I think then there'd be a need for people to be heroic, essentially. So I think people think that, oh, you know, everyone's a monster, and it's like, if what do you call it? If your existence, if the whole environment just kept getting shittier and shittier, you'd probably move to an environment. It's almost like the same thing that, like, a lot of people from, like, Russia back in the Cold War, etc., have, like, a stupid perception of certain values. Like, they really don't like socialism, anything, usually. That's a broad statement, but people who are alive in the era of, like, the Stalin's reign, etc., or something like that, or who even just had grandparents that instilled in them all these things, they really, not socialism, sorry, I meant communism, but also people conflate the two oftentimes and think, like, one's a gateway to the other one, and they just don't want no part in it. But even still, I still just think that some people think that, like, everyone would become a villain. I think that if in a world of villains, there would be an equilibrium where some, even people who are maybe not so kind-hearted, would realize everything turns to shit if everyone only gains for themselves, you know? and vice versa. And I think in a world full of good people, it would be also bad. I think it'd be people where people were like, hey, why are you deciding what's best for me, and all these other same human reasons for people doing X, Y, Z. But yes, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thank God we didn't die. We'll do this. We'll work on you son of a bitch. We'll do Mona, because Mona's ult comes back very quickly. We'll do this. We'll use you again, and now we have a lot of damage. And most things will die before we even get a chance to use our damage. Feels weird, honestly. There you are. Boom! You'll come back around. We'll do this again, because Mona's ult comes back constantly. I am sorry, Red, if you're still here. I know this gameplay is pain. Is pain to watch. Red says are her pupils not attached to her eye? Red, in this game, if you have colored pupils or your pupils are a little weird, it's in direct correlation to your power. So if you got some weird colored eyes, like Ganyu does, Ganyu has like weird purpley eyes, like there's a little glimmer of like red, but like a little purple, that's like God power in there, baby. And yes. Fluff says, not even Paimon or Hu Tao white pupils are done in that style. BC says, actually, what? Never mind. Anime eyes, they're like 50% of the face. It's true. The bone structure would be very odd. Very, very odd. But, I don't know. People are weird. People might like it. The event quest has you staring closely at Kaching's face and her eyes as one of the first 5 stars, with her burst being a big close-up. You notice it early. Yeah. That makes sense. Red says, I tend to focus on the other aspects to characters. It's true. Also, people come into the game in weird bursts. Like some people just and I agree with this to some extent, where you just kind of your eyes roll back when you're playing certain parts of the story and you're like, I don't care, and then you're like, oh, I care about this weirdly. Especially with the FOMO, fear of missing out, you always want to jump on it and play the game, but sometimes you're like, I'm not really into playing games right now, but I don't want to miss out, so fuck it. Love says they're a separate layer as an angle shows them covered detail of their irises. Yes. Cultured, says Beastie. But eyes are important too. I agree. I think lips are also quite important too. Can make people look very, very pretty, etc. Yes. This. I'm not sure if that it will work. Oh, what the fuck? Playing Venti. Gross. Boom. This is a great example of like Ganyu being great. If you can hit your shots, this. Whap! Everything almost dead. Whap! Everything almost dead. Yeah. I'm just sitting there in the back, just hanging out all the way back there. If I was playing Raiden Shogun, I'd have to be like, use alt. Just start slashing. And I'm like, oh god, it's about to go away. Not like this. Oh, craziness. Oh, I'm gonna feed you. Love says, when most of the characters share a body type, but all of the have unique eyes, it tends to look that way. It tends to look at what's unique. It's true, yeah. I think it's a nice touch, honestly. Although, I don't know, maybe we're undermining how much it would take to develop a new body type. I don't know. Fuck, I'm getting like weird chest pain. Not chest pain, like heartburn. Here's your food, you a boundless appetite man. This feels more real when playing with, what do you call it? Ganyu. It's like an actual roleplay. Oh, such a loud hiccup. I'm sorry. Oh no, dude, it's happening. What do you call it? My hiccups have always been like relentless and loud, but maybe we're okay. Also, you're supposed to like relax and just totally be okay with hiccups. You're like the more like panicked you get, the worse it becomes. I think it's like something to do with like your throat relaxing. It's by like holding your breath or something like eventually relaxes it, or like standing on your like upside down. It's such a brain fuck that it weirdly takes your brain off of the weird muscle spasming happening in your body. Weird. Red says, it does annoy me when eyes don't look right, like in Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah, no, it's true. I feel like there's, again, I feel like, and this is weird, I think this is like subconscious within a lot of people. Like if you look at the most beautiful people, a lot of the times it's eyes in correlation with like lips as well. Maybe nose, maybe also eyebrows, weirdly enough, but that's also kind of like eyes. But yeah, I think that if you were to like determine what makes a person beautiful, typically it's usually eyes, usually the lightness of their eyes, typically, and then this like the outline of your lips, weirdly enough. And then I don't know much else. I mean, people say bone structure, sure, having like a jawline is somewhat important, but also I know a lot of people who don't need a hard jawline, at least women. I think men it helps, but women I'm not sure. And even still, if you're a man, you just use a beard, you get by. And if you don't, then you could just lose a shit ton of weight, unfortunately, and hope that you lose weight on the underneath of your neck, etc. And if you can't, if you still think that's a reason why XYZ is not happening for you, you could always have plastic surgery, but you probably don't need to. But still, that's just the path forward. Oh, what do you call it? Also, this is a little bit of a thing, man. I don't know if it's probably the best thing. They're probably better to talk about it tomorrow when we're on our set. But one of the things I heard recently, which was interesting, was somebody was saying something like, and I'm not sure if it's true, just take all of this with a grain of salt, okay? But it was an interesting thought pattern where a person was saying that like men typically choose their partners through physical attraction, like their physical look of a person. That's the number one thing that they base it off of and notice. And then the person said, of course, well, and then a person said that like women base it off of like potentially what is it? Personality and status. So it's like for men, it's usually like sexual stuff or physical attraction. Usually, I don't know if this is true. I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, so let's just play with this idea of this and this. I'm not sure if it's true. We're not talking about that. But let's just say this is a part of it. And again, I think this a huge barometer. In reality, I think, in my own opinion, I think there's probably various versions of people that could agree with all this. Traction is complicated, all that stuff. But let's just say this is a determining thing. I went to the comments and I seen a lot of people who were saying that like, see, that's such a nice thing. If what do you call it? It was like a person was saying that this is a bad thing because if you're a woman, like this sucks because you won't be able to get a man if you happen to be born with unattractive bone structure or whatever it could be considered to be unattractive, etc. You're like, see, I can't get a man because I don't look conventionally pretty, and then what do you call it? People in the comments were saying, well, to counterpoint that, if you're a man and you have a lot of wealth, then you can have a beautiful, attractive partner potentially in life. And then to me, I was like, y'all are gauging the wrong thing. Like, or say if that is true, if you are a woman, there's some insane, and I don't think this is a good thing to say, but like there is some insane plastic surgery. There's some insane workout routines you can do to help like build your body out. Like you can become attractive. There's a lot of people who were born, especially in Korea or like South, whatever. There's like Japanese Eastern country, etc. Who have bone structure that maybe wasn't great, and they have a thing, and now they look beautiful. Now, yes, that would cost an amount of money, but even still, like if there was two roads ahead of me, the road to make an incredibly high amount of money and try to gain as much status as I can, which seems like at least a 7-year endeavor, versus working at a certain subsect of a job to therefore pay for your face or look, and then do that. Like to me, I think they're neither is unattainable, you know? Which in this weird Reddit thread, which I may or shouldn't have been on, this was the weird conversation back and forth. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was like, I feel like both you guys are missing the point of like in some cases it could be easy to gain a credible amount of status. And who's to say that, again, we're under the weird thought experiment that this is the case. And absolutely there's a ton of people that like, yeah, status and all that stuff's great, but if you're charming, confident and happy, and also you just flip the coin a great many times, you put yourself out there, then you're gonna succeed way more. But it was a thing of like, what generally do you find that people are drawn to? And there were some of the reasons why people brought up like what do you call it? There's a huge decline in like men, specifically really successful men, like they divorce at a certain age bracket within women. So people are like, see, this is like all of the people doing this and that. But then the counterpoint that there was also a thing saying like, see, there's a select group of women who seemingly are attracted to people who have like status and stuff like that. And again, to play devil's advocate, you could say it's also intellect or something like that. And then people could also argue that like, well, yeah, you're talking about like a subsect of people that either want an advantage or are gold diggers or something like that, you know? And then in the counterpoint, you're dealing with men that are shallow, and after a couple bad experiences, they'll be fixed probably, and they'll go for something that is not just so artificial, etc. So there's definitely play with a lot of them if this is even remotely an intriguing thought process for you, or a thought of reality that could be real. But I don't know. Thought it was an interesting thing because in the comments, like just to tell you guys what happened, in the comments it very much seemed like everybody was like, see, if you're a man, there's a way forward. Whereas if you're a woman who's ugly, you're fucked. And I was like, I've seen some incredible comeback stories for people who are born with some sort of bone structure issue or something, that have a plastic surgery job and then just become fucking drop down, conventionally, whatever you want to say, gorgeous. And shocker, usually the people themselves feel as hollow as ever. That doesn't mean people around you won't find you attractive and pursue you, but at least you, if you're doing this to get self-worth, doesn't have any impact. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. I was wondering if there's a way for me to talk about it that would be fair and make sense. Lone Ticket says, Grin is really enjoying his Ganyu. I'm so glad. He said, thank you, Lone Ticket. I am. It's very good. I wish I was doing a little more damage. I was hitting those like 35k bombs, boom, 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 like 40k at a base. That'd be dope, but it's a little greedy. It's a little greedy. Starting conspiracies in chat now. Fluff says, Monster Hunter recycle body types for all of these things. I assume a lot of resources are used, a few, rather than try to make a new one for each big growing roster. Yeah, growing roster, yeah. Red says, which is why I generally appreciate new body types for mods. My character in World, in a Monster Hunter World is thick AF. Love says, I was referring to Monster Hunter type bodies. And now I rise to, oh well, anyways. But yeah. Beast says, attraction is weird topic, though, because it's different for about every single human being. I agree, Beastie. I agree, but also to play devil's advocate, I think it's, yeah, because I think there's people who are like there's things that are so complicated you best not even get into the weeds of it. But at the same time, it's like, well, wait, like most people should make an educational decision based on the best mass application of data that you can. Doesn't mean it's true objectively, but it does mean that like if you're gonna aim at some place, this is a place. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I still think like the people who have succeeded the most in my life experience and seeing people and being this person in every like in a couple cases in life, the person that is only concerned with like a simple idea and not anything else is really fucking powerful. And also if you throw some honesty on that, it's really strong. Example, like I think most people, like when they go up to a person that they're attracted to, etc., they go into it with the idea of like, I want to get a date, or I want this person to be attracted to me or like me, etc. I think your objective is wrong. I think your objective is faulty. Because you have no idea, you probably, unless you have a stupid amount of experience, about what is the exact thing that, like BC said, attraction is complicated. How do you know you're going to be able to stimulate that exact attraction in 1,000 different weird test case people's brains? Now, hopefully, if you lived a pretty good life, you've had a couple good friends, you can aim for something that I think is better, which I think is also attractive for a lot of people, at least the start of this. But it's to aim to have fun. Have fun with a person. So if you're at a bus stop, you see a person you like, don't instead say like, how do I make them attracted to me, or how do I get their number or something. Just say, my only objective right now is to have fun with this person, to maybe throw some jokes around, maybe be playful and whatever. And then to make your intentions known, I think is it. And then everything else usually comes after that, because you'll have opportunities governed and given by you just trying to have fun with people. And people like people that are fun. People that like genuinely are a good time to just exist around and be around. And then, of course, there's the problem of, well, now you need to shift and actually tell a person that you're attracted to them, or that you want something in a weird way from them, like a date or something. And then you move forward that way. I think that is a lot more conducive, because I think like deep down, it sounds kind of weird, but I don't know if people actually know what they want. I think people think they want what they want, and it's totally good to like say, I want this 100%. I'm not saying like you're misguided in any way, but I am saying that I think people are oftentimes surprised by the things that they truly deeply crave and need. And those things may not be as forward or a thought in the front of your brain, essentially, or what you think you may want. So yeah. BZ says there might be a common demeanor, but for what percent of people, a lot of think about a bit super interesting topic rather than others. Yeah, no, I like talking about this stuff, Beastie. It's interesting because I always like to see what people think. And again, to me, it's always my favorite thing, because there's some people who have it's kind of like a bad thing, but I oftentimes poke the bear, because a lot of people who have like preconceived notions for topics, like I do my best to be like, how can I like rear this in a way that is actually like a fun conversation? Because a lot of times you want to talk about something, people will basically associate the conversation with a negative experience that they had attached to the conversation, essentially. So it's not an open conversation. It's almost like they're like, what team are you on? Are you on my team or are you on their team? Okay, you're on their team. Fuck you. Or it's like, yeah, you're on my team. Fuck them. It becomes that bad thing, which is not what we want. We just want to genuinely explore the questions that exist within the world to try to find the best answer. And the only way we can do that, I think, is by having conversations with people and trying to poke holes in each other's perception and understanding of the world and move forward. But that's my silly thought process. BZ says exactly. There's always that one heartwarming story where a person who never thought they'd find love winds up with a really amazing person. Just shows how different people are. Yeah, no, exactly. Elizabeth says, our streams are just getting a longer casual. Yeah, it's true. I mean, we were playing the story, and the whole time I was like, I don't know. I'm having a much more like... a much more like weird time just talking to y'all and shooting the shit. I almost feel like I should film myself doing the story and then like talking to chat whilst I don't have to actually play. But then again, I want you guys to hear parts of it because I like playing off the story. Yeah, we're not gonna change. We like what we do. It's fun. What's good topic? Also, sorry. Hi, I seen you pop in topic. Hello, hope you're having a lovely day. And he's just stopping by. BZ says that's the best part about people. To me, you never know what's gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get. You're never sure if what you're seeing is really the person or just a persona. Yeah, but also I feel like some people have like good reasons to have a persona. Some people like who that like the minute that the minute that they started to be goofy or playful, it was considered to be silly or like stupid or weak or something. Like some people have some weird, really hardcore environments. So sometimes the persona is justified in some ways, but I still think the best way to melt the persona is to just try to have as much fun as you can with a person and use as many opportunities as you can to also show them yourself. But yeah. Topic says as King Kurtz from the show Wife Swap said about 20 years ago, I'm on team having fun. See, that seems like a good team to be on, man. Yeah, I feel like, again, if you're trying to pursue someone, the best course, because that applies to everybody, and that's something that everyone should hopefully have some skill in. Is the idea of like, I have fun with my friends. If you know how to have fun with your friends, it's not that different from having fun with another person, whether it be an old person, whether it be a woman, whether it be a young, a kid who's like your nephew. It's not that different from having anyone. You're just trying to make each other have a good time and to make each other laugh and to focus on the good parts of everything and move forward that way, you know? Can't argue with that, says BC when it comes to the topic, yeah. Although, what a weird show, Wife Swap. It was like a TLC thing, right? Where it was like, hey, here's the, what do you call it? Maybe it's something else topic. I think it was like where they didn't, yeah, it wasn't some, at least as far as I know, it wasn't some sort of sexual thing. It was just like, hey, we're gonna like put up with our wives' bullshit. And it always looked horrible. It always looked like every person was hella unreasonable. Like they found the worst people to be, I get. And yeah, what's good, Sasha? Oh, our girl Sasha back here. God damn it, Sasha, you missed the stream a little bit. I wish I could talk to you more, but yes, we are winding down. But good to see you, Sasha. Hopefully you've had a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. BC says, can't argue that. The topic says, a topic, weird, what is a topic? What'd I say? That's MVU mainly. That's an me versus you mentality. Oh, what is topic? A me versus you mentality, or a us versus them. What do you mean? What was referring to? A topic. The topic says we are deep diving about humans at the moment. Sasha. Well, no, I talked to you. Okay, so if you guys want to, I gotta end it. But what do you call it? We were talking about I seen some sort of weird like Reddit thread. I know, a little sketchy, but it was a person like arguing some sort of thing, which again, we're not trying to handle any baggage here, but it was the idea of like men tend to be, that's always dangerous because who's to say? I always feel like I'm getting dragged through the mud when I hear these sentences, but the just for the point of conversation and etc. Person said that men tend to be drawn to appearance and like physical attributes when it comes to finding a companion in life, and women tend to be attracted to things more like status, or potentially like to play devil's advocate, it could also be intelligence, and for men it could also be physicalness. Doesn't have to be sexual, it just could be like cuddles or hugs or something like that. But anyway, so the point was to be like, men are shallow in this way and women are shallow in this way. And of course it's broad. I'm sure there's 1,000 different test cases, and I'm not even sure if I believe this. But anyways, what do you call it? I went to the comments to see like, okay, this is gonna be a war zone. Let's see. I got my popcorn. I was ready. And weirdly enough, I found people saying that like, see, if you're I seen a lot of ladies saying, see, if you're a man, there's a way forward for you if this is the fucked up world that we're living in, which again is probably not as shallow. Anyways, see, it's all about like, if you're a dude, you can just get like a lot of money and like get a good job and whatnot, and be kind of important in your job, and boom, now you have a woman or something like that. And then they were saying, see, if you're a woman, if you're not born pretty, you're fucked. And I was thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, do these people not know about like on the ground level plastic surgery? I know it's rough and messy, but plastic surgery, and two, what do you call it? Like makeup, exercise, fashion. There's a lot of ways to look fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? And yeah. Also, I don't know if that wouldn't work on anybody else. I feel like if you were a woman who had a shit ton of money, you could, and like, you could also find a person that needed money and was willing to love you, or to have like some sort of like security in this endeavor. So to me, it was interesting seeing how people were arguing that if this is the preconceived game that we're playing, either side has a benefit. And I was kind of like, I think both sides sound shit. Both sides sound shit. Where like, if you're a man, you got to dedicate like 7 years to your career and money acquisition in order to be valuable on the market. And if you're a woman, you got to look a specific, special kind of way. Which again, then our conversation evolved into what was it? It was into, that's a fucking horrible bet. If that is the world we're living in, it's probably a superficial thing that corrodes over rejection, basically, or bad experience. And yeah. And then I was saying that, to me, a lot of people fuck up, I think, when it comes to pursuing somebody, and they try to like woo the person, or they try to like go into it with, I want to get a date with that person, or I want them to like me, or how can I be more attractive or cute to them, if you're a lady or whatnot. And my thing that I've noticed is that people that go into an encounter with instead of like this crazy preconceived notion of how can I make this person attracted to me or something, instead you just go into it with how can I have the most fun with this person. That doesn't mean like sexualize or anything like that. It just means like just literally make the person have fun, like laugh, share in each other's interests, make the other person feel important and attractive if you can. Now those kind of things, the things that you would do in every scenario regardless of the thing. So to me, I think that'd be a better North Star to head towards. And I find those people are the people that are really, really good at moving forward, you know? BC says vibing. We're just vibing. Red says, hi, Sandra. BC says, I feel chilled out. Yeah, man, this is peak what I was hoping our streams would always be, which we're there, basically, which is nice. But to me, I've always pictured our streams, if I could have any sort of atmosphere, it'd be us coming together after a long day in like a rainy cafe/bar. And there's like a nice glowing orange emitting light coming from the cafe. And we're all just sitting in there. It's raining outside, so it's a little chilled. We take off our coat. We're sitting around each other talking about all kinds of things. Not trying to see the worst in each other, but just trying to genuinely have a conversation with your boys, or your friends. When I say boys, I don't mean actually dudes. I just mean people who you trust in finding the wonder in you, and not find every which way you're wrong or stupid or evil, etc. So that's not a good boy. It's not good one of your boys. It's not what one of your boys does. At least if it does, get rid of that boy. It's a bad boy. PC says, I love conversations, man. It's so good. I always like it too, guys. You always make it so wonderful. Lets me compartmentalize my thoughts a little bit. Topic says, man tends to be, let's get it. Lone Stinker says, Grin says, we're winding down for 30 minutes. I know. I know. That's because people come in and I'm like, I gotta hang out. I want to talk to you. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I don't want to waste this opportunity of being in your grace. I say that, but I genuinely do appreciate anyone who spends some time with me. It's very sweet. And I do value it, so I don't like to just like fuck off. But then I get people who could just trickle in now and like keep me hooked forever. And I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm so tired. I'm actually not tired right now. Losing it says, or no, Lisa says, I myself am super cuddly person, probably some deep rooted trauma in that, but physical form of affection is pretty much my kryptonite. Dude, I don't know, man. I haven't had too many opportunities about it, but I've looked back at my childhood and I was like, we would never really hug that much. But it's not that we it wasn't like it was no hugs. It was just like it never happened that often. So I'm like, oh, this might be some shit. Topic says, Grin, I like you. You seem like a pretty decent person. You help, thanks. I don't know if I'm that, man. I think... it's funny because I think of the show Gossip, or Topic, sorry. I think of the show Mob Psycho 100%, which is, I know, a weird thing to think about, but there's an episode in that show that I think is the antithesis of a lot of the thoughts I have about the world and what it means to be a good person. But what do you call it? In that show, there's a specific scene where Mob, which is the main character, functionally gets put in a world in which he was constantly steeped in horrible suffering, and he eventually he becomes something different. He becomes something that he was not originally, because this world is so bad, so you kind of have to equal out. But what Gossip says, oh, I like to go Gossip, I'll go Gossip. I'll go Gossip. What do you call it? But yeah, Gossip, in the show, it basically has this thing where essentially you are in massive part what your environment is, you know? So you are made by your environment. Your morality is made by your environment. But also, simultaneously, who cares? Who cares if that's the case? That doesn't mean like that. All that means is, yeah, I was lucky enough to meet the right people. I was lucky enough to meet you. I was lucky enough to meet, to react to the things in the way that I did to kind of get to a place where I can kind of look at the world in this way. Because maybe if I lived a different way, I would not have the same mental idea, or even maybe it's kind of like empathy will set you free. But when you go down that path, you can also see how you could be a monster, how every human being in the world could be terrifying and cruel, but also beautiful and lovely. But yeah, now we're getting into weird philosophy things, but yes, I don't know. I don't know. When people say like you're a nice person or a decent person, I don't know if I'm much of anything, but I'll try. I'll try to be what I would value to be a good person. But I don't know if that's the same as yours, but hopefully we align. Hopefully. Lone Singlet says, our Saturday streams are mostly chill in a caf with a friend. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the hope that every stream will be. But sometimes it's also good to shake things up and like with your boys, go to a fucking ball game or some shit, you know, like actually have a point. Go hiking. Do a thing. Not just constantly sit in the conversation hell loop of debate and or talking. Basically don't do that. I am absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like an idiot reading that in my head. Like, shut up, you. And me, not you. Lone Singlet says, all right, streams like that. Meant that. Sorry, Tommy. Meant that to be silly. I can't understand cadence very well with how to emote. Lucy says, calf vibes are the best vibes. Well, yeah, I'm not sure it's calf vibes so much as, I guess calf vibes. To me, it's more of like I don't know, my brain is like on a dark nighttime day when it's raining, you see like this glow coming from this special place, and this warm glow. As soon as you open the door, you're hit with that warm heat after the nice cold, and you're just happy to be here. You know that no one's gonna judge you and tell you that you're a monster. You're amongst friends that are just trying to unravel the world with you. That to me is the sense of like a nice cold walking through a street, rain happening, and then you see this beautiful little cafe with this orange light emitting from it. You open the door and you hear laughter, and then you go and sit down. That's my weird goal for the stream, I guess, which I know is cringe, probably, but I don't know. It gives me perspective on where I'm aiming, and then sometimes when I'll deviate, because I'm sure I'll fall short at some point, maybe even now. But hope to get there and achieve that most streams, hopefully. But ladies and gentlemen, you've been nothing shy of absolutely lovely. If you would like to continue these crazy conversations, then please tune in to tomorrow's stream, which is over at Twitch. That is our like looking at memes, predominantly just talking. Like sometimes we just talk like this for the entirety of the stream, and then other times when I notice the chat slows down, I'm like, memes, and we go watch some memes. But hopefully I can see you there. It's always the highlight of my week, these streams, talking to you guys. Topic or gossip? Now I'm second guessing myself. Grin, I like you how you bring some topics, and sometimes if I'm feeling fishy, I might bring some gossip. Also, I always usually I'll ask you what you are having for dinner, so please entertain us. I don't know. Oh, that's what I'm having. I'm having Safeway or Shoppers? Shoppers. It's Shoppers. Yeah, Shoppers. I'm having Shoppers foods. Probably some spuds, some chicken wings, some chicken strips, maybe? Yes. Lone Singlet says, all right, I'll have a green tea, 2 sugars. All right. How everyone doing? Tell me about how I imagine that. What? What? No, stop it. Every time I kick up the stream again. Every trying to to turn on the motor again. No. Stop. You guys know me too well. I'll lose it. I'll start talking again. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been nothing shy of lovely. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Hopefully I can see you again tomorrow over at twitch.tv. We'll be streaming at the same time we always do. Hopefully I can see you there. Thank you again for listening to me ramble and doing this stuff with me. Always appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you again, and goodbye.